It's good to be here, man. It's good to be here. Let's kind of see what we're working with here, as the draft has already started, but we'll go over to that in just a second. Here we have the Nationals bracket. As you can see, top half here is technically already finished. That's just because they give an automatic win to upper bracket teams to make 1 through 16 have a little bit of an easier ride, make that double elim. And then as we scroll down, this is where the real meat and potatoes is, Logan.
So we are playing against University at Buffalo in the first round of a lower bracket. We are the 20 seed, Roosevelt Lakers. What seed is University at Buffalo?
Buffalo, I believe, is...
They are the
29.
Okay. So we have one of the lower numbers in the seeding, but none of these games are easy for either team. This is top 32, so every team here is legit. They all got here through merit, one way or another, and both teams are staring down the barrel of going home for the rest of spring 2026. So everyone's going to be playing, for their life at this point.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So it should be exciting.
Yeah, looking at the bracket, some notable teams. Of course, basically 1 through 5 are all the names we've seen year after year after year, right? 1 is Maryville. 2 is, I got to scroll all the way down. Wait, actually, do I? 2 is Winthrop.
Yep.
3 is Ole Miss. I believe 4 is Fisher.
Yep.
5 would be, is that on this side or
Grandview.
the other side? Grandview.
Yep.
And then 6 is St. Cloud, who is Dardoch.
Oh, yeah, that's his school. Okay.
Yeah, Dardoch and some of the old Purdue Northwest players. The old Purdue Northwest director is over at St. Cloud. 7 would be UCI. And then the last in the top 8, number 8, would be Northwood. Of course, we all know Northwood. So those teams have an advantage in their first game of round 2. And then in lowers, notable teams here, 17 seed is Kaiser. 18 is Stony Brook, who is a Division I, the league, of course, institution, facing off against, let's see who Stony Brook is playing. I should have just made
the Seton Hall Pirates.
Yes, sir. That is a 32 seed coming from the Big East Conference.
Yep.
No,
Seton Hall's 31.
Oh, yeah.
32 is up top. It's,
32 is WSU Crimson.
WS Crimson,
okay.
yeah.
So, yeah, notable teams in here on the high end and the low end. Kaiser playing in ECAC, ECAC Titans Fall 2025, getting eliminated in, I believe, semifinals, and then only played in South Champ, and still getting a 17 seed. That's pretty good from them. And then on the other end, WSU Crimson, don't remember where they qualified from. And then 31, like we said, was Seton Hall qualifying through Big East. And then 30 is UCSD qualifying as well from West. But yeah, Roosevelt's path to top 16 will be Buffalo first, and then the loser of, I believe it's SCAD versus UCI. And then after that, we will play the side of the bracket that Missouri Baptist Spartans and Texas League Premier are on, and that would seed into the loser of 2.5, which is Winthrop and Toronto. So that likely will be Toronto.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. So yeah, we are going to head on over to draft right now.
Ooh, draft already.
Yeah, kind of see how that's going.
It's a great part of the game.
Yeah, and I believe it's already done. I just wanted to make sure we got over the. Wanted to make sure we got. Wait, is draft done? Am I tweaking?
Looks like they might just be starting, actually.
Barrett. Oh, there we go.
Okay, update.
Cool. So it looks like... Oh, I didn't switch it over. I'm dumb as a box of rocks. Okay.
Yeah. So Roosevelt is locking in what I consider a pretty standard roster for them, so I'm excited to see this. Leswin's been on the Syndra a couple times this year in the mid lane, and it's one of his more active picks. Mm-hmm. A lot of the time,
especially late in the season.
He's been put on a lot of melee matchups where he's kind of just a sponge. So I like to see Roosevelt coming out with a punch with this draft. This is one of their more aggressive, like, play together, team fight, win through lanes. And that's interesting. But on the other side, You Buffalo don't have a bad draft at all. Mundo, notorious for being an extremely strong pick this year, 2026 together, with the Ez Karma, which is a standard pro level bot lane meta combo. In the Victor against Syndra, that's a pretty traditional solid matchup as well. And Rumble as well. That's a strong top lane winning pick. So Radar here with the last pick on red side. Let's see what he's going to play. I mean, there's a lot of things open. They banned the Scion and the Ornn out, so those will not be coming in the top lane, but I don't think you'd want to play either of them into Rumble, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
So,
another thing, I don't know if you said this already, but Karma and Victor getting taken from Leswin on the other side, and if this is a big Fearless game, then we're getting to a point where, like, look, Leswin's champ pool is getting a little bit smaller as the games go on, because Karma and Victor are both champs that he plays, and obviously he's playing Syndra this game, so he's going to get a little bit more limited as we go, so it'll be interesting to see what happens.
I want to bring up this Mordekaiser R5 because I think it's a beautiful, beautiful pick. Mordekaiser is notoriously, he benefits from a strong AP on the enemy side because you steal that in the ult, and there's a lot of targets here that he probably wants to just, nab out of a fight. And I just like this Mordekaiser pick here. I think it's a great idea from Roosevelt. And we'll see how it pans out. But in lane, I think it's pretty solid against Rumble as well. You don't see it very often in the highest tiers because Mordekaiser has some problems with like gap close. So I want to see how Eli pilots this and what can actually happen in lane.
I'm very intrigued to see what happens this game. One thing I will say is I believe AD, Buffalo's playing with a different, let's see if it was AD, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so a substitute on University at Buffalo?
Yes, I believe it's AD sub for Buffalo for at least game one. I also have to figure out how many games we're playing today.
Yeah,
to be able to reveal
yeah. Well, it's Fearless either way.
Yeah.
So these champions are gone forever, no matter how many games are played. And one thing to look at is after Ashe, Seraphine, Ez Karma are pulled out of the pool, the meta bot lanes are down to like Corki Nami and like Yunara Lulu. I mean, there's basically two left. So in a game two situation, we're quickly deviating from standard.
Yeah, for sure.
If you watch as much pro as me, which is too much, you'll be familiar with these drafts, and these drafts are, kind of standard now, in spring of 2026 at least. So we'll see. If, the Lakers don't play standard though.
No, it is definitely team. Yes, especially with our jungle play style, and just knowing that. Against a lot of teams, our bot lane is just super, super confident. We can try and get ahead much earlier.
You mentioned confidence. That's actually the word that I would just describe this Roosevelt Lakers team with. Everyone is confident, no matter what. They believe they can win, and honestly, more often than not, that translates into just winning.
Absolutely.
Which is, it's a great thing to see when a team has no fear, because they can generate these winning situations from neutral states, from losing states, and from winning states. And when you have that together, they can surprise you.
Yeah, absolutely, completely agree. As we wait for this game to start, I want to head back over to the top 32 window just so we can kind of talk about it a little bit more. This would be and is Roosevelt's first top 32 in program history. We've come pretty close to an extent, pretty close to getting a roster together to compete for the top 32, but it's never really materialized. And I think that this year we've done a pretty good job of making sure that everybody's academically and otherwise successful, making sure that everybody's here in the fall and the spring, and everything else like that, just so that we can, at least cement the legacy, right? The fall semester doesn't mean anything if they don't come back in the spring, right?
It's very double lift-esque, but yeah, it's kind of the reverse of what he said. But No,
Yeah.
you're totally right. This Roosevelt Lakers team is the one that finally got over the hump.
Yeah.
There have been many years where the roster on paper is totally good enough to get top 32.
Oh, 100%.
Like, but things have gone wrong. There were some problems with the team's organization, where people were just not on the same page, and the consequences of that, where they weren't even competing in a champions division to even get into top 32.
Exactly.
So this year, everything has come together to put together the most competitive roster in any esport that Roosevelt has ever had.
Completely agree.
Since the program began when we absorbed Robert Morris.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Morris, a very historic program as well.
Very historic. Yeah, Robert Morris, an old, the first, not an old varsity esports program, the first varsity esports program in North America, led by Kurt Melker at the time, who I believe is still in the scene, doing some collegiate scholastic esports stuff. But yeah, Robert Morris was an old Midwest Esports Conference school. Midwest Esports Conference still has their CLoL and CVal slots to this day, which is awesome to see. 2019, 2020, everything switched over to Roosevelt. Roosevelt acquired all of its assets in totality, sports teams, professors, and everything like that.
You're a veteran of that transfer.
I am.
I came in a little bit after.
Yeah, basically right after.
Yeah, literally right after.
Yeah. But yeah, it's awesome to see that we're essentially getting back to the place that we once sought to be every year, or at least most years, right? If you're in a partner conference and your conference really only gets one slot to nationals and you lose on LAN in finals, it is what it is. That's perfectly fine. It happens. But at the very least, we were fighting basically every year to make top 32, and we're kind of looking to get back to our to an extent winning ways. Here in South Loop,
we're getting into games, so it's time to see if Roosevelt can start building a legacy for itself out of the husk of Robert Morris.
My God.
So everyone's pathing to pretty standard spots. Nothing insane is happening like has happened in some regular season Roosevelt games.
Yes,
So
there has been some crazy stuff.
At least maybe a little bit of a breather. We'll see, though. They're walking up in bot lane. It's a bit of poke down onto Potato for some slight back onto Aki. A cleaver lands in mid lane on Leswin, but otherwise things have returned to standard and waves are about to crash. So I've seen some crazier things happen at level 1 in Roosevelt games. But
To say the least. Yeah.
But the Roosevelt bot lane is going to be a little bit pushed back because of how much damage Potato took at level 1. Level 2, it should restabilize. So, top lane.
This is not a pick that I see Eli picking a lot, but I would assume that he's doing it just because we know it's Fearless, and he wants to make sure that with the rest of his team, especially bot lane on champs that they like, we can win a game and then have Eli just lock it down later on in the series.
That's something I like to see. He's not pulling out his like famous picks.
Yeah.
This Mordekaiser is a very comp dependent. It feeds into fighting this Rumble really well. It feeds into fighting the Victor really well. It's a little bit worse against Mundo, but I mean, worse against Mundo's a subjective statement. So,
Yeah.
because all he needs to do is pop the spell shield, and then he can ult the Mundo and secure these jungle fights over objectives for Intra. So we'll see if he can get out of lane ahead. If he does, it's probably pretty scary for University of Buffalo to play.
Completely agree. Buffalo is looking to make sure that they can keep this series as even as possible. Ideally, I don't know if their main starters coming back, but ideally until that player can come and slot in. So
Radar gets a crash and a first base, so he is coming back to lane with a Cull. This is a scaling item that kind of signals that you wanna be contesting these waves against a Rumble, who's generally known as a very strong laner. A lot of confidence there in that buy from Eli. Leswin is low HP. He got traded on really hard by this Victor. I mean, it should be finding his TP. He can get back to lane. He's in a safe back spot, but it does kind of give up this top scuttle to University at Buffalo's jungler. Do you have a name for their jungler? I unfortunately cannot read
I'm gonna go
kanji,
no on this
so,
one.
yeah, that's top scuttle secured, but Intra's looking potentially for a gank on the top side? We'll see. If this Rumble overheats, he's in a very scary position. There's a huge wave saved up by Radar. Yep,
Here we
he's
go.
going in. He overheated. That's a flash. That's a flash knock up. That's a W pull.
Oh, pull.
Q from Mordekaiser.
It's so
passive
good.
procced.
Can they finish
a couple
it?
more autos.
Nice.
And that's a huge first blood for Intra. A beautiful play, beautiful timing. They both read exactly what needed to happen, and Eli is going to feast off of this play. That's so many minions that he's collecting and are crashing into the Rumble's tower. A beautiful play from Roosevelt. And things are going solid on the other sides of the map. Leswin has come back to lane, traded TPs with the Victor. He actually has a TP advantage now because Victor came back to lane later, even if he's at a slight XP disadvantage. And bot lane is, you know, doing fine in the 2v2 even after that early damage deficit that they were in at level 1. And that's another landed E onto this Rumble. A bunch of just damage ticked onto him for free. And Eli continuing his dominant lane performance.
I apologize for the lack of FPS for the next couple seconds. I gotta download a couple things. I'm getting our score bug up.
Ah, okay.
Shout out to the bug.
The bug.
The bug.
Yeah, so this coal it's ticking down for Eli. It's a bunch of gold waiting for him. It's a pretty nice lane tool as well. Looks like there was some
needs
problem.
to restart PC.
Ah, lagging.
Perfect timing because I had to get something in.
Okay,
so.
John, I gotta lock in. I feel like I'm casting a little slow. Let's talk about everything that I have not mentioned. So Leswin has a Dark Seal and a Doran's Ring, which is mirrored by the enemy mid, Elven Cyber, having a Dark Seal and a Doran's Ring. But Elven Cyber bought the slightly more expensive boots, whereas Leswin has refill potions.
Oh, wait.
What
I
this
just
means
did the wrong thing. I'm stupid.
is that Leswin is playing to stay in lane, where Elven Cyber is playing to dodge spells to stay in lane. So this is a matchup where both players feel like they can win. Another thing to mention is consequence of his early focus on that top gank. Intra did get double scuttled by the enemy jungler. So he is down in CS by a little bit. It's made up from the fact that he got 400 gold on a first blood.
Oh, good.
So it's a large reason of why Roosevelt is up 600 gold here at 4 minutes and 49 seconds. But overall, this game is very even through 5 minutes.
Gonna be interesting to see what's going on with the jungler. But it looks
he's
like
back.
the Mundo is back, and we are resuming our play now.
That's big.
It's gonna freeze for sure.
Yeah.
There's no way it doesn't freeze.
Well, in the chess match that League of Legends can be, just positionally where your pieces are on the board, Roosevelt is in, I think, a slightly superior position. Slightly.
Yep. Not by much though.
Yeah. 600 gold it's fine, you know, it's like a ruby crystal. But overall, I like where Intra is on the map compared to where University at Buffalo's jungle is. There's going to be a fight over Raptors, actually. Maybe I do like where University at Buffalo's jungle is.
Leswin has
It's
to
a
not go
huge
down
trade
here.
onto Leswin,
Yeah.
but he does get out of there with his life. And level 6.
Oh,
More
does
poke
he?
down onto Leswin.
Oh.
Flash for Flash. That's an ult down from Elven Cyber, and Leswin comes out just fine. Okay, he's edging that.
W
he's edging
thumbs
that
up
ult a little
emoji.
bit, but so I mean, overall that's fine for Leswin. It's a little bit more rough for Intra. He did lose his Raptors respawn. That's a gank
Oh,
from
no.
Intra, and he
no.
goes down in the mid lane. It was looking like a fine trade, but just not enough life and mana on Leswin for him to actually fully commit to that.
Yeah, Leswin can't really trade that.
So we're looking at a little bit more even of a game state than when we went into the pause.
no.
Whew! Oh, Oh no, he gets clipped.
Wow, and Carlos overextending basically leads to the death of both players.
Yeah, he got burned down by Scorch there, I think, from the Victor E, and he goes down, and that's, let's just say, very scary for Roosevelt now, because Victor benefits from these takedowns more so than most champs do. These takedowns accelerate his passive and his abilities getting upgraded and stuff like that, so it's kind of the person you don't want to see benefit from a poorly timed play from Roosevelt, but he is the one that benefited from them. Well, Enryu comes back to lane with a BT, or not BT, BF sword, wrong one, which is a nice back. It's a nice back for an 80 carry. So at least bot lane is going well. He should hit 6 very soon. I'm not sure where the XP is down here, but they're trading down on this Ezreal, forces out the E from Ezreal, and everyone just kind of chills. Things are chilling.
Carlos wants his get back really bad.
He does. He does not know that there is a ward on the Phaelite, I don't think, but he does back out suspecting it. So he just goes back to Gromp and Wolves and returns to standard play. A little bit of a roam down from Elven Cyber, I think, to get vision for his jungle. It looks like they might be positioning to try to start the dragon soon, but both these sides might just leave the dragon up for quite a while, because it's going to be hard for either one to get true prio to actually, get it with little risk. So we'll see what happens, but this could be a soulless game because of that. Enryu at 6, though, so he is a constant threat in this bot lane. He could throw that ult out and find a pick at any time. It's an ult down from Ezreal just to burn out the wave, but a huge bit of poke down from Potato to punish him for that cast. That Hawkshot's going to find where University of Buffalo's jungle is, which is going to be a very nice little piece of information for Intra. He knows that they are on the Void Grubs. And he tosses his W, but unfortunately is a little bit wide. Okay, that's a trade from Elven Cyber onto Leswin. He gets the push out.
Barad.
Okay.
This is like the worst time to pause,
so, bro. Yeah. That's all 3 Void Grubs to University of Buffalo.
Yep. And we're mid-fight now.
Yeah, we are mid-fight. Leswin gets stunned up by the Victor field, gravity field.
And we're back.
We're back. Okay.
Mundo's going to try and get out of here.
So Mundo,
Stun.
I do not think is going to get out.
Up.
He pops the ult. That's Rumble popping ult back.
Interesting. I'll die here, though.
Yeah, he popped the ult to live.
Jungle is going to go down. Oh, the Rumble.
They could trade onto this. Yeah, so Radar popped the ult onto the Mundo just to make sure that he couldn't escape. It was all ults used there from University of Buffalo, right?
This is just the post-pause freeze, yeah.
So University of Buffalo, they used Mundo ult, they used Rumble ult, they used Victor ult, and they didn't get any kills.
Yep.
Roosevelt University popped the Mordekaiser and the Xin Zhao ult, and they picked somebody up. So,
and Carlos gets a little bit for his troubles as well.
And that's a plate down for Radar as well. So that's another 120 gold in his pocket. He's gotten his cull down to 34 stacks left, which is what, six waves, something like that. I can't do math. Yeah, so 6 waves away from getting a big little chunk of gold in his pocket. So it's another Hawkshot down. They are.
Oh, how did Leswin just die?
I do not think. I think he just got. Did he get ganked by the Karma? He got ganked by the Karma. So 1,000 paper stars had a good timer, and he used it to punish Leswin in the mid lane.
Looks like Roosevelt is going to go for this dragon. They're saying screw it.
Yeah, they have a bunch of prio in the bot lane from that play that University of Buffalo went for, and they're going to try to burn it. But it will be a 4v3 as Leswin does not have TP, so they dodge the Ezreal, which is big. That's a huge ability to dodge, but Potato, they get shredded by this Victor right now. That's an ult out. That's another ult, but oh man. Okay, so Carlos goes down.
No.
It was a really aggressive play. I liked the look from Roosevelt, but unfortunately, they're just at a point where Victor's so strong. But okay, that's a kill back for Potato. Mundo pops ult to try to chase, but I don't think he can get anything here. Enrio's too healthy. That's an ult down from Elvin Cyber. Oh, that's
flash out.
Ah!
Aki
Barrier down
low.
from Aki. That was such a close fight. I can't even say what spells were used. They're still trying to continue because Leswin has another combo.
Another flash.
Okay, they popped the spell shield off. That's a flash.
Another flash. All 3 flashes.
Everyone's flashing. All right, but so overall, that play still went the way of University at Buffalo.
Yeah.
But Roosevelt played it close enough.
I have a feeling that Roosevelt's just gonna probably fix wave states back and then go for a play because nobody has flash on Buffalo.
Yeah, they definitely want to look for one. Leswin finally gets his ult back. And what that means is that this upcoming play, they have a huge execute range. So all they have to do is really get someone to like half health.
Yeah.
And Leswin can secure a kill. I think right now you definitely want to be looking at this Victor. He's super accelerated. He's up 30 CS. He's 202. He has a 100 gold bounty on his head. And he's definitely got a target on his head as well. So we'll see how Roosevelt looked to punish it. Leswin is going back to the mid wave, so they are not lane swapping yet. I think quests still aren't done. Unfortunately, there is nowhere on the graphic to tell. Yeah, Intra's hunting for this top lane play again, the same way he did at that level 3 gank. Or was it 4? Something like that. Yeah, so Remy is in a scary position. If he walks up to hit this wave, he could be...
He's giving up.
The target. Yeah, he's just backing off. He's letting the wave crash into him. Intra could be looking. That's a good pull from Eli. And that's an overheat. Remy does not have Rumble ult, though, so he can't really clear this wave, but Intra doesn't want to commit to it, so he backs off. He's got some camps up that he needs to get. There's a little bit of a discrepancy in the jungle CS because of how some of these fights have gone. And he definitely wants to get his jungle quest done. He still has 5 stacks to collect. So I'd say it's almost of utmost importance that Carlos gets a little bit more fun. Looking further, though, Roosevelt is definitely going to play this game through their bot lane.
Oh, another flash. The stun, though.
That's a double ult down from Roosevelt University. Both land and Aki dies. That's a huge 2v2 pickup. I was just trying to say that Roosevelt's going to be playing through their bot lane because of how ahead they are, and they confirm my suspicion.
Yep.
It's exactly what you want to see from Enryu. and Potato with the follow-up ult to secure the kill. They do not let Aki actually escape. And...
Ouch.
And they continue. Radar is in a really scary spot. Yeah. He has ult, so he can kind of escape from the scariest parts of it. He still has a shield. Able to pop it.
3 on him.
He was able to throw down his ult, so he is safe for a second. But he's gonna pop out here and into hell. Elvin Cyber, yeah, he tanks 1 turret shot, Remy tanks the other, and they get the dive off. 1,000 paper stars. The Karma picks up the mid wave that was dropped to get that gank in top. And Leswin is only able to get, I think 1 plate is what it'll be able to collect after that. Intra gets a wave, and bot lane gets a couple more crash, but overall that is a unfortunate bit of timing from Roosevelt in a great plan from University of Buffalo. One thing to mention, though, Eli's huge at this point. He has his Merc Treads, and he has his Riftmaker. So boots in first item. He picked up a Dark Seal. He is component maxing. He has 3 components, or like starting items. He's got the Doran Shield, the Cull, and the Dark Seal. So he's got a big power spike just in these little tiny starting items that are outsizedly strong if you can get them used to their full potential. More trades down in mid as the Rift Herald spawns. The gravity field goes wide from Elvin Cyber, and it is a full jungle invade from Roosevelt University. They're looking to get up these Raptors. It looks like they will, so that's finally the Raptors returned to Intra that were stolen earlier by the
Unless the
University of
Mundo
Buffalo.
has something to say about it.
Yeah, Mundo did have something to say about it. He wins the Smite fight and just walks away, going where he pleases. But because he smote there,
They go,
Roosevelt
okay,
gets the
let's get the
dragon.
dragon. Yeah.
So
Can't smite it. And Buffalo's going to give it, looks like.
Yep.
Leswin's going to go back, try and make sure that everything's even in mid.
what is
The bot
being
will go
given
back to
up,
bot.
though, is that they are losing the Rift Herald to University of Buffalo.
Yes.
So University of Buffalo said, you can have this dragon. We're fine with it.
Oh,
you had
well.
bot prio. And we'll pick up the Rift Herald and focus on these turrets. Intra and Leswin, though, are not wanting to give this up for free.
Uh-oh.
Elvin Cyber, he gets the vision. He doesn't just face check the bush.
Uh-oh.
But he is stunned up, slammed down, ulted, and dies. Leswin gets the kill back and a 251 gold shutdown in his pocket in exchange for basically nothing. The Syndra ult is on such a short cooldown that was just a great play. More poke damage coming down to the bot lane, and none received on Roosevelt's end. So that was a winning series of events for Roosevelt. They've clawed their way back to 1.3k gold lead after all of those semi-unfortunate events, and the game is returning to a normal state. I will be solo casting for a second as John has stepped away, I think, to use the restroom. But yeah, so Roosevelt at 16 minutes, well, 17 minutes, is up 1.5k in a rather close affair with University of Buffalo. The real carry and target for Roosevelt is Elvin Cyber on the Victor. This Victor is super accelerated. He's completed his mid-quest. He's almost at his second item at 17 minutes. He's quite ahead of Leswin in terms of CS. He's up just over 3 waves, and thus probably quite a bit of gold. But
Intra would like something here.
yes, so Intra is looking for this bot lane play. It's completely matched, though. There's 4 coming down from
Yeah, they
University of
gotta
Buffalo, and they just have to get out of there.
I have to use some flashes. The Victor is... Oh, my
They're turning
goodness.
it. They're turning it on the
Uh-oh.
Victor. That's a flash ult from Potato. Beautiful play.
Oh, my
Ult on
goodness.
Elvin Cyber dies. And
Wow. Oh, no, but Henry or Potato does go
He
down.
gets it back on Potato, but it looks like nothing else can really happen here. This is a lot of... Or maybe something can happen. They overplayed.
Oh.
They overplayed. Intra gets a kill.
Carlos
That's
flashes
both
in for the
TVs
kill.
down from top laners. And
Uh-oh.
Remy comes in first. Enryu goes down. Radar comes in. He pops the ult. Remy is in the ultimate of Mordekaiser. He's been taken to Brazil. The play is continuing. Remy's down to no HP. They come out of the ult.
The
University
Mundo
of Buffalo
solo.
Jungle dies.
He'll go down.
And they just have to keep running. Radar is at full HP with a max shield running at their face. He picks up the wave in between tier 1 and tier 2, and the play finally ends. I think Roosevelt won.
I ideally think Roosevelt won as well.
We'll
yeah.
see. Elvin Cyber comes back.
Oh my
this guy
goodness.
does a lot of damage.
Yeah, this is
Even
a fed
through-
Victor.
Even through the Merc Shreds, this is a scary position for Radar to be. No ult, so it's going to be...
Whoa.
Oh, wait, but he lands everything.
Oh!
Everything. He keeps landing. He keeps
Oh
landing.
my goodness.
He just has to be careful about the...
Oh!
Flash Q. Flash E.
Oh!
He gets to pass it back.
Oh
Play
my
from
god!
Radar. That was a massive
Oh!
outplay. Massive outplay from Radar. No ultimate, stares down this fed Victor and just says, I win. The Merc Tread's doing work there. There's an ult down from Ezreal onto Radar, but he just eats it with the W shield.
Unbelievable
And-
from Eli, man.
Unbelievable play from Eli. He knew his
What is
strengths. He
this?
knew his timer.
Are they going for it again? They're going for another fight?
They're looking to steal this away. Intra does get the Gromp, but he's in a scary
Yeah, this
spot.
is a bad spot for Intra.
He has Flash. He can still escape.
That's a shutdown.
He popped the ult to try to survive, but
It might work out for
gets a little
Roosevelt
bit too
still.
late. Roosevelt is at a numbers disadvantage, though, and there's a TP coming from behind from Elvin
Oh
Cyber.
no. Their bot lane's gonna have to go in right now. Leswin's gonna be
Leswin
dead.
dies,
Oh
and
my
we're
God.
frozen.
Henry's gonna have to put in some
Henry
major work here. He's
flashes.
gonna get one. Potato likely will go
He just
down.
has to run away. He just has to run away.
Potato
if he
likely
can get
will
out,
go down as well.
Radar's coming in to help. That little infernal shard helping. That's an ult down from Radar. He's going to get 1,000 paper stars.
He likely will get a kill, yeah.
1,000 paper stars is not going to survive in that ultimate, which means Eli is huge. He's stolen all of that AP from Karma, and he's using it to fight. Ah, we missed it. Okay, he misses the E, and I think he's going to go down. We'll see. This is W off cooldown. No. Yep. He goes down, and that is a 600 gold collected on Elvin Cyber. Elvin Cyber is massive,
That's a big overheat from Roosevelt, dude. Intra goes in after finishing a big fight bot lane where we finished with an advantage. Intra basically just respawns and goes up top to fight
I wonder if Roosevelt just lost track of the TP timers.
They might have.
I think they just thought everyone had burned it, but Elvin Cyber is still holding his after that fight. Yep. Means that he could come in on the backside, and what looked like a winning play for Roosevelt very quickly turned into a losing one. The first Infernal Soul, or Dragon on the Infernal Soul map is taken by Roosevelt, though, so they are up 2-1 in drags. If they are going for Soul, they will not have a chance to get it till at least 31 minutes. So it is still far and away from a win condition being secured by either
Elvin
team.
Cyber is so big here.
Elvin
They're
Cyber,
just gonna
though,
need to.
He gets stunned up and poked down, and he's playing at half health. That's a missed stun from Leswin, and it's a Rift Herald coming barreling down mid lane. Everyone's here. It's a full NA ram. The Karma is in a bad
my
spot.
goodness.
Intra goes in and ults, so he doesn't take that much damage. Radar gets a little bit of poke down, but overall, Roosevelt just has to disengage, accept that they lost the mid-tier one, and go back to their lanes.
Yep. Herald's down. Your turret's down. A couple ults. I mean, what was that? 2 ults?
So overall, Enryu used his ult and Intra used his ult in exchange for Aki and Remi's ults. So yeah, it was a 2-for-2 ult exchange. And Roosevelt just loses their mid tower. Remi is in a questionable position. That Rumble
not a lot of health though.
That Rumble can get very strong with the overheat. He becomes a melee monster, and so Radar doesn't want to commit on a play where he's about to get a huge power spike and backs off. Roosevelt still hold a 3K gold lead. They have a 1 dragon advantage. There's a ton of standing gold around the map for them to collect in the form of tier 1 towers. So while that top play was bad, it wasn't, you know, game losing or anything.
They really want
so this is a
Rumble.
dive. Rumble overheats. He can't do anything here. This is a free kill for Roosevelt. It goes to Intra, and they continue pushing this top wave. That's exactly what you want to see. Rumble was kind of completely illegal for him to be there with how low the tower was and how high his heat was. So I like the communication from Roosevelt. And are they exchanging this for an almost on-spawn Baron? It's on Vision.
Yeah, and Buffalo's right there. Buffalo wants it.
Leswin's winning in the bot lane. Or at least he's very close to.
They got to turn. Roosevelt have to turn
exchange.
now. They're not going to be able to burn this. Eli's low. If Eli goes down, this is not good.
Eli can pop this ult on this Mordekaiser, though, so he can't actually contest the dragon.
Ooh.
He does pop ult on Mordekaiser. This Baron should be free.
Red team does get Baron. It's time to fight.
Eli's in a scary spot, though. He needs help as soon as he comes out of this
And he gets it.
The bot lane
the Mundo's going to go down.
Poking out the damage. That's a kill from Intra onto Aki. That's a kill from Enryu onto 1,000 paper stars. And Roosevelt come out 5 with Baron, totally winning.
I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened. Eli knew that, look, no matter how, like, he was at like a quarter HP. Okay, you know, we're getting chunked super hard. All ult will turn, and then it'll be fine.
I was trying to say this before they just went straight onto Baron, because I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Roosevelt's communication in the last couple minutes after that top lane like overheat play has been beautiful.
Yep.
They can obviously Radar and Carlos communicated beautifully on that top dive. You know, they win that fight. It translates immediately into this Baron advantage play. What happens is that they tell Leswin, keep Elvin Cyber in the bot lane as long as he can.
Yeah, keep him
Leswin
there.
goes all in. He almost dies for it, but he pokes out Elvin Cyber to like 15% HP.
Yep.
So Elvin Cyber's forced to back. At that point, he might have not even had his TP up, but even if he did, he couldn't go.
As soon as he TPs up to the Baron fight, he'd get vaporized immediately. So
yes,
yeah.
So wonderful play. That means Roosevelt get effectively a 4v3 on the Baron, which becomes a 4v2 because Radar with his ultimate can just kidnap the Mundo and put him in a white unmarked van for the entirety of the jungle smite like timer. So It's just a wonderfully communicated play, executing on the draft, and Roosevelt are now reaping the rewards with this Baron power play. That's an ult down from Remy to try to clear out top wave a little bit, but this cannon is, with Baron buff, is so resilient you can't actually kill it with one Rumble ultimate, which is crazy. But Roosevelt get all these waves pushed in. They match their back timers. Both the solo lanes remain on the map for a second to get a little bit more advantage.
Eli would like a little bit more, please.
Yeah, Eli wants these plates. He knows that no one is coming to him, so Remy's left on an island. It's another plate down in the top lane tier 2 turret. And finally, Radar backs. He TP's in. This is a mid-fight happening. We're missing. Ah! Intric gets the kill onto the
Sorry,
University of Buffalo jungle. Aki's going down. Flash
dead.
from NU. Beautiful play. Elvin Cyber is in the middle of 5. And he
Roosevelt
goes
can't go down here.
Eli ults him just to make sure that he gets the kill. And Potato survives, or Enryu, it was actually taking down on the backside. That's a route onto Intra, so he just has to run away from that charged up turret. He's fine. He's tanky enough that he can survive a couple turret shots there, but he backs out. That's a mid-tier 2 down for Roosevelt. Massively winning play. And I'm that's third dragon, but is Roosevelt just going for the end? Ebola?
I mean, yeah, Buffalo can't really do anything for another like 10 seconds, basically, so they're going to try and get an inhib and then back off here.
Yeah. So this is a free inhib. I was wondering with Elvin Cyber's death timer if they might just go all in.
Because he's their only damage.
Yes, he is huge. He does have that death cap. He has a rocket belt, very Chovy-esque to build that. It's kind of in vogue to build rocket belt, no matter who you are.
Yeah.
I'm honestly thanking God that Leswin didn't do it, because I hate when any AP mage builds it. I feel like there's some that are better than others.
I just missed that. I'm sorry. I couldn't see who was on the map.
Well, it doesn't matter. That's a huge play.
Well, their
from
mid
Roosevelt.
laner gets, yeah.
Yeah, Leswin finds the stun. It's followed up by Enryu, and Elvin Cyber just goes down. He overplayed. He was too far.
So you basically trade importance for importance, right? The Buffalo mid laner with all of the damage dies, but also Eli dies in top lane, who is like our linchpin for fights. So
Roosevelt is going to lose top tier 1 for this play, and jungle is going to be contested. But I think Intra still picks up everything. At this point, it's just it's an objective bounty.
No, he doesn't get. Oh yeah, he will.
Yeah, it's going to tick down to minions.
Yep.
But Roosevelt still collects the wave. Leswin gets quite a bit of gold there from that cannon and those couple casters. So overall, it's not that hurting for Roosevelt. They're still up 10,000 gold. Well, 9,000, but yeah, Roosevelt is in a beautiful position. It's hard to lose. And
Intra wants
Intra's deep. He's looking for the one way to lose.
Yeah, let the victor kill you.
But he doesn't find it, which is wonderful for Roosevelt. They pick up the top tier 2 and continue their dominant destruction of University of Buffalo's base.
There's really not much you can do here if you're Buffalo. It's just defend, defend, defend.
No, this is a little bit. This is when you start being like, guys, do we want to talk about game 2? That's a Mikhail's down from Karma to cleanse the Ashe ult off Victor. Ult down from Victor, though. That's a bunch of damage.
June is very low.
June is very low.
June might die here.
Radar
go
goes in. Radar still hasn't popped his ult. He wants to find
Elvin
someone
Cyber's
a little
dead.
bit more valuable.
That's the fight.
Aki is dead as well. 1,000 Paper Stars is in a scary position right up against this Mordekaiser. But Mordekaiser might go down.
Nope. Guess not. Leswin would like a word, as Enryu has full HP, and him and Leswin will come in and start trying to get another inhib.
This 4v3 from Roosevelt, this might be an endable angle if they can find one more pick. I don't know if University of Buffalo wants to play too aggressive here. Because what this might be right now is just like one turret down for Roosevelt, and then they have to back because of the timer, but...
Well, they're going to try and push their luck.
Yeah, this is a little
10
bit of
seconds left. If they can end the game in 10 seconds, this is game 1.
It's Ebola. They end the game on the wave. Leswin does push them out of Potato's ult, but it doesn't matter. It's over. Roosevelt University take game 1 of maybe a best of 3?
It's a best of 5.
Take game 1 of a best of 5. Very, very beautiful game. One mistake that wasn't punished too hard.
Yeah.
So... And honestly, what happened after that mistake from Roosevelt University is they came together.
Yep.
They
said, hey, guys.
They converted the lead that they had. They didn't lose too much of a lead on that fight.
No.
They played through that fight beautifully. Elvin Cyber did a ton of damage.
Yes.
But what you'll see here is that Enryu and Potato neutralized.
Yes. And Leswin did as well. That Baron fight was huge because Elvin Cyber wasn't there.
I mean, if we were professional and had a replay, I'd want to go over the fact that what happened at that Baron fight was a beautifully organized series of events.
Yes.
The top gank recognizing that turret cannot survive, that Rumble's going to overheat so he can't survive, that they have a huge advantage play. Because what happened with that top dive is that Radar didn't have to burn ult. Mm-hmm. So he still had the advantage of being able to pull the Mundo out whenever he wanted. And then go into the next series of events. Leswin is trading with Elvin Cyber in the bot lane. So the vast majority of the gold that University at Buffalo had wasn't actually able to enter the fight. Mm-hmm. And then Baron secured. And then from there, the game was over.
Yep.
100%. Roosevelt played a controlled, disciplined game after that, which is abnormal from what I've seen from them. They like doing these super aggressive plays, but they didn't follow the temptation of running it down again, and they won. And honestly, this was a team victory. There are points where it was looking rough, but everyone pulled up their own weight. They all made incredible plays. I don't even know who I'd give a player of the game to. I want to give it to someone like Intra or Enryu. But there's cases to be made for Radar. I mean, Radar is definitely up there for a player of the game. Leswin played mid
for how behind he was
from a behind position.
Yeah,
he was able to make some of these advantage plays happen. He found those stuns that were necessary. And I feel like I'm not even mentioning Potato, who was part of that winning bot lane that Roosevelt just played through and won.
So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at how the draft compares to what we may see next. What characters get eliminated from this full Fearless best of 5, which is precarious.
Fearless best of 5 is an interesting case because that means you're always leaving something strong open. One advantage Roosevelt has is that their pools are deep.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, 3 of Leswin's picks are gone, and I can still think of a bunch more that he can play with no problem.
Honestly, the way I look at Leswin is you can put the guy in anything, and he'll survive.
Exactly.
He'll survive.
And that's kind of his job in this team. Knowing that we have so much like star carry potential elsewhere on the map, like, dude.
He's kind of Leswin
the needs
Rock.
to live, man. Just live, bro.
He's kind of Leswin the Rock Ramirez.
Yeah, especially on those support characters.
Yes.
Like, the Ornn mid and the
Karma and the I mean, he
Galio,
played Mundo.
Galio. Mundo, the Galio. Yeah, especially on Galio, it's literally just like dog.
What I'm looking for from Roosevelt, though, is I want them to pick up one of the remaining, like, super meta 80 carry support combos and play through bot again.
Well, yeah, completely agree.
I mean, I'd love to see... I mean, Radar, we're discounting the fact that he has everything open. I wouldn't say Mordekaiser is in his, like, notorious champ pool.
Okay.
He's good, but...
I don't think I've seen him play it.
I think I've seen him play it, but yeah, it's definitely out of his normal champ pool. So Radar has everything open.
Yo, Ruben's gonna cast. Let's go.
Yeah. So I mean, Carlos on the Xin. There's a bunch of champions that play just like Xin. So I'd like to see them emulate this game as close as possible.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what happens these next couple games. Interested to see if they slot in. I do believe I don't remember this name, so I think they'll slot in a new. I believe that's AD.
Yes. So what we'll see what Roosevelt can do against University at Buffalo's like main bot lane. This sub bot lane got a little cooked and toasted by Enryu and Potato. So.
Yep. Yeah.
Being the homer that I am, I would like to see Enryu and Potato cook these guys again, but we'll see. Potentially something else might happen.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, man. It'll be interesting to see. I think what we're going to do now is we're going to go to a quick 5-minute or so, and then we'll come back when draft is started. I believe we also may be getting a couple more casters coming up in the next couple of minutes, so we'll be back for that. Don't go anywhere. we will see you here very, very soon. Well, I hope you missed us, because we're back in a flash with Game 2's draft. We have a new caster on the bench. What's up, Ruben?
What's up, y'all?
How you doing
here to
today?
join the party.
Well, Let's go.
Doing fantastic.
All right. So, after game 1, what are our keys to success here, gentlemen?
Well, first of all, I like the Yunara B1. It's one of the stronger remaining AD carries after Ezreal and Ashe both went away. University of Buffalo steal away the Lulu combo, though. So, one of the stronger duos sniped away, Velios Lulu, R1 and R2 from University of Buffalo. And both sides are obviously prioritizing the bot lane success.
Yeah, I'm going to say some scaling front to back, simple to execute comps, always the way to go. That's
Definitely.
kind of what happened last game, somewhat, is that we just kind of outscaled and stalled, and enemy team couldn't really push their lead early. And
The
just kinda
Zyra's
got
an
rolled
interesting
over.
pick. It's definitely a win bot lane sort of lock-in here on blue 2. So, Roosevelt's playing to win.
It is. I don't know if Zyra goes jungle these days, but Zyra is not going to do that much in this Lulu Felios lane. And it doesn't really do anything with the Yunara either, so I would not be surprised if it went somewhere else.
Yeah, you might be right. I'm not familiar with people playing Zyra because it's been a long time since I've seen anyone actually good at it. So,
I heard it might be Zyra bot lane.
yeah,
Interesting.
it's a Wukong lock. It's likely going jungle. I know Intra's a Wukong enjoyer, and that's been for quite a while. So, exciting to see what University of Buffalo pick, because then we'll go into the round 2 bans.
Generally, I mean, I'm already kind of favoring you, Buffalo, here. The Lulu Felios kind of fundamentally counter the Wukong, particularly champions that want to just walk at the enemies and engage slowly. Lulu and Felios both have very good peel and might just run over everyone else. Got Pantheon picked.
The Pantheon is definitely leaning in the direction of running over Roosevelt's squishier members. So, Galio ban, that's directed at Leswin in the mid lane. But he still has quite a few things to pick here, I think. So, one thing I'm looking at is a little bit of Poppy priority on University of Buffalo, potentially. Maybe in the top lane. This Pantheon does kill it, though, a little bit, because I think it is superior in the jungle, but Roosevelt might have to be careful of it being picked in here, because it's quite a bit of a counter to what they have going.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's good against the Wukong. I don't think it's particularly strong against Yunara. It kind of depends what Eli top lane has prepared. I know they've been prioring Gnar a lot. It's not banned, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that come out blind.
The double ban onto Leswin from University of Buffalo with the Galio and the Swain, so Roosevelt matches that with a Silas ban onto...
Silas ban is interesting. I wonder what they're preparing with that. Maybe
a
Victor's
Malphite,
gone.
maybe?
Malphite is kind of psychotic, but I like it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's good.
Against Aphelios, who doesn't have, any dashes in his kit or anything, it could be...
It's good against Lulu as well. Like, you can't Lulu ult a Malphite ult, and she just kind of dies. Okay.
Oh, University of Buffalo see it, and they just take the Malphite away.
I mean, now, yeah, you got a kind of interesting situation where you do have this Malphite Pantheon against Wukong Zyra. Wukong Zyra messes those champions up pretty hard. You Buffalo kind of got pushed into picking it, I guess, because they were scared of Roosevelt picking it. Drop the Ornn for some free gold late game scaling. Also very, very good against the Aphelios Lulu immobile backliners. Hui would be very good follow-up to that Wukong Ornn CC. And also happens to be very good against Pantheon Malphite. So I'm liking what I'm seeing. Good damage split across Roosevelt as well. Not really any magic damage much from you Buffalo, so looks like they're going to have to pick an AP mid laner. But there's a lot of mages that are good, but...
Oh, just insta-lock the Mel.
I was going to say not a lot of mages that are good against Ornn ult, but that is a champion that is good against Ornn ult and is a mage. So...
Yeah, overall, I think Mel was actually a pretty good pick here because of the Ornn Hui 4-5 from Roosevelt. But Roosevelt's top side is still looking extremely strong. It's kind of like a team fight dive combo they got going here, and that's the sort of comp that, from what I've seen from this team, they execute on very well.
A lot of team fighting going on. A lot of I mean, yeah, definitely stylistically kind of similar. Both top laners kind of have their fun button to initiate a fight whenever they want. Mage mid, hypercarry bot. Support's a little weird, but I think a lot is gonna come down to how well this Yunara can survive, because the Aphelios has the benefit of having a Lulu by his side. Yunara kind of has nothing protecting him from the Malphite.
Yeah,
Pantheon.
I'd say the Zyra is a little like homeless in this draft for sure, and by extent that kind of makes Yunara a little more scared of this
A little bit, yeah.
strong jungle pick from University of Buffalo. So
When they pick it early, Zach is comfortable on Zyra, so he can, do fine in any lane, frees up some of the other picks, but it is decent against the Pantheon, not particularly good against anything else, unless you can use like a Zyra E and combo with a Wukong ult, maybe on someone immobile, but that'll be tough. We'll see how it goes. If they can use it to get a bot lane advantage early, that'll be a big deal, but Lulu can kind of kill it, so
yeah,
it
from
could definitely go both ways.
From how Roosevelt won in game 1 though, I kind of like the Zyra pick to an extent, even though it's definitely worse off in theory than Aphelios and Lulu as a combo. It's a strong like throw an ability, root them, kill them sort of way to play. So it's definitely Roosevelt signaling that they want to win through Brat, I think.
In terms of scaling, I'm not really sure what to think. I mean, I see Lulu Aphelios scales super hard late game, but this Pantheon Mel is going to fall off pretty hard. Malphite has 1.5 good targets late game, but can't really well the Hui as well. It can kind of get bodied by this Ornn Wukong. That's another big deal, actually, is that top lane, the Ornn is going to scale really hard and also beats Malphite really hard in lane. Yeah. So that's going to be a big deal if Eli top lane can get an early lead and use it to roam and win fights. That's probably Roosevelt's aim, their path to win this game pretty easily, because that's probably the most one-sided matchup in this game.
Yeah, after 25 minutes, though, it'll be interesting to see, because when these team fights happen, this Aphelios is going to be in, like, bullet hell zone. 3 items, he's going to have a Yunara, Ornn, Wukong, Hui, all jumping at his face. Because Aphelios, at those 3 items fights, is going to be pretty much the only one doing, like, consistent damage in a team fight. I mean, Mel can do some pretty decent bursts to the squishier members, but overall, it'll be like a Pantheon queue. And after that, the damage is lacking from University of Buffalo.
Aphelios is definitely the main character. It can pump out a crazy amount of damage. The problem is he's got damage. He's got peel with the Lulu. He does not have CC, really, which is what you need as an AD carry, especially one without dashes, to be able to do damage. They've got one really powerful CC ability, which is Malphite ult. But if in a fight the Malphite ult does not get really high value, they're pretty much going to lose the fight because they have no tools to do anything. So that's going to be the other thing Roosevelt's going to be paying attention to. I'd like to see June Yunara playing his limits on the edge, trying to bait the Malphite ult and jump out with his ult E or maybe a flash and then have the team wipe them afterwards. There's a lot of stuff they can do, but yeah, you've kind of got clear sort of win conditions on both sides that both teams are going to be aware of.
Yeah, I definitely agree. The Malphite going wide would be like a nuclear worst case scenario for University of Buffalo. So
yeah, and it could definitely happen because he can get pretty like Malphite doesn't really do anything by himself. He needs some weird stuff to happen on the map so he can just kind of leave lane and kill people and roam. But if he's stuck topside against this Ornn Wukong, he's gonna be completely screwed. So we will see.
Yeah, so Roosevelt and University of Buffalo gearing up for Game 2 of a 5-game series.
Very long series here on Saturday, man. Very long.
It's top 32 CLoL.
Yeah, might do it again all tomorrow. So, yeah. Yeah, for those that are unaware, like Logan said, it is a BO5 today. If we win today, regardless of what the score is, we will play tomorrow in another BO5 at the same time. So make sure you're here. Be there, be square. Are you Lakers? GG Twitch. I don't know if you guys can make it tomorrow, but regardless, we'll still have the game stream. So
nothing wrong with being square.
So, irregardless of what happens in this game, I not to get too ahead of myself,
That's
but
a good word.
the AD carry pool is rapidly shrinking. I don't think Enryu's ever going to get the Neela, just because everyone always bans it.
No,
against
he
him.
also, it's funny because I don't
Forever.
think he's ever gotten it. I don't think he's played it all year.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever getting that. So
Yeah.
so we can just knock that out of the pool. Yunara, Felios, Ezreal, Ashe. Kind of gets you down to like Corki, Lucian, Caitlyn. You know, the pool's shrinking. So game three could potentially be very interesting for these bot lane picks.
The key is going to come down to who chooses Jinx first.
True.
The loose cannon.
True.
But no
Can't
Lulu.
lose.
No Lulu Jinx.
No Lulu, but you can pick Jinx with everything. It's not that big a deal.
I would love to see a Thresh. I've always been a Thresh fan, so.
That's the,
Lantern Boy.
no, Jinx. That's the.
Oh. Jinx
Jinx
from
from
Arcane?
Arcane.
Yeah,
Jinx
that's
from
the
Arcane?
arcade one.
Oh, she's from
As
She's in
someone who
Fortnite.
doesn't consume. Oh my
That's
God, you're
crazy.
right.
She's
She
in
is in Fortnite. Yo, did you see the what is it? Stone Cold Steve Austin, the emote where he takes two jug splashes and smashes them together. Bro, I'm sorry for getting off topic, but Fortnite reminded me. Yeah, Jinx is the Fortnite character.
Yeah.
It's crazy that they took an original character in Fortnite and put it into League of Legends, right?
Messed up.
Real. Just companies stealing IP from each other.
Real. Oh my God.
Is Jinx from Arcane the same as Jinx from League, though? That's the real question.
That's a good question for you two. I don't know.
If you equip the Arcane Jinx skin, then yes. Otherwise, vaguely. Also, the lore surrounding Summoner's Rift is a little bit questionable, and if they actually exist or if they're the pawns of our imagination. I don't know where we.
I don't know
ended
what
up on that.
iteration on the lore we're on. I think we're on like the 8th rework of lore, and then they just said we're not doing it
I don't
anymore.
How do
think
they
I've ever
rework-
paid attention?
how
Well,
do they
they
rework
when they
lore?
came out, when the game came out, there's like the whole thing was like it's Summoner's Rift. So
It's the
you're
League
like,
of Legends.
Yeah, within the lore, there was a lore to the actual game that was happening, which is that there's like summoners and they're summoning these characters that are like fighting battles and stuff.
In the
But
League
then
of
they
Legends.
said that
Oh.
sucks because the
It's so
characters are too
stupid.
weird. I don't know what the reason was, but they got rid of that. And
There's
now
some
they're just-
characters old enough that they still have voice lines relating to it.
Really?
Cho'Gath.
What does he
Chogi?
say?
He goes, "Summoner, your darkness beckons," or something, right?
He does say the
Yeah.
word summoner.
It does. I
Wow.
can't really tell what Cho'Gath says after that, other than like nom nom nom. But
So then, what is it now? If not that there are a bunch of summoners
I
summoning
think there's
these
not
chess
a
pieces.
connected lore. I think that it's just a
Oh.
game.
yeah,
It's
there's
not a
Right.
real.
I
it's
think a
not
couple
real
years
life.
ago, Riot said we're not paying people to write lore anymore, and then
Oh, really?
cancel it.
Well, then don't they write the lore for Arcane though? Like, isn't that
no, that was like a different company. They just said like you
they
can use our IP.
outsourced it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. right?
Really?
Or did Riot write it? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I have no
That's kind of
idea.
crazy though.
Yeah, I mean it was huge.
Jesus. For those that are joining us from any other schools around the country, or just joining us overall to watch some competitive League of Legends, the most competitive League of Legends of the year, thank you for being here. If you got our stream from the CLoL Discord, I think there's a mass sheet of everybody that's streaming today. Thank you for being here, man. We appreciate it. We've had a pretty awesome couple weeks, basically in every game in the program.
I just heard a noise.
Yeah,
We are in
it
game.
is that time.
Is John going to miss the lane setup or not? Let's see.
I want to see him leave the fountain.
All right, yeah, it's the most important part of the game.
This is very
Yeah,
important.
bro.
Pay attention to their clicks. Sometimes people like to spam click on the way to lane because they're ADHD, but you're losing time. If
True.
Usually the best thing to do is just click in one spot and let your character do the rest. You know what I mean?
True, Bob. SquarePants.
It's a,
So
yes.
so standard lane deployment.
okay, so I'm
Nothing
seeing
weird.
some things. I'm seeing the Malphite that we talked about. Mike at Rect has
Wait,
did
it's
not
you.
go grasp in this
Ooh.
lane somehow.
He also went Dorn's ring.
He went Dorn. So Dorn's Ring Comet is a dangerous thing to go on Malphite. It can be good if you're playing against a squishy target that does not want to go D-shield. You can just press Q and you effectively have enough mana with Mana Flow Band to just kill them while your mana bar, with your whole mana bar. But he's playing as a melee champion that's got regen. If he wants to press Q on repeat, he's just going to run out of mana and Radar's going to be at like half health. So he effectively doesn't have a rune because it's not actually worth for him to use his Q. I'm not exactly sure what the reasoning is behind this, but I have a feeling he's really going to miss not having grasp in this lane in these close trades.
Yeah, I'd have to agree because this double melee matchup just means that Radar's going to be siphoning grasp procs off of Remy, and it's going to be really tough to just survive and CS as the Malphite. little bit of chunk damage there from Enryu onto 1,000 paper stars. Pretty even everywhere else. Both jungles are pathing towards bot from the top side of their jungles.
Enryu opting into Ghost this game, which is interesting as well. Again, he's playing without an enchanter. He has very little peel already, so it's. I mean, there's arguments both ways, going like barrier versus Ghost in this situation. Barrier's kind of like, I'll try do my best and peel myself, and Ghost is kind of like, I don't give a crap. Like, I'm just gonna run at their face and probably die, but my team will kill them afterwards.
That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from Roosevelt's bot lane in this series overall, though. I mean, with the Zyra pick and Enryu went Ghost in the last game, I think, as well. So
he's really cool.
Yeah.
Overlay is updated, guys. Sorry. Buffalo's not up 1-0. We're up 1-0. So
God.
sorry.
Yeah, I was terrified.
All right,
Useless.
so remember what I said about the Malphite mana bar? I'm noticing a very, very, very small blue bar and a very big green bar on the Ornn.
Yeah, so even with mana flow banned, he is just not getting this mana back, throwing a couple spells, and yeah, it's just completely gone.
Oh, and we cannot cast another ability for the rest of the lane. Would you look at that?
Yeah, so he throws that Q out, gets a Comet proc, and basically is in hell. Elven Cyber goes a little bit low on mana in a trade with Leswin, but it's mid lane, so that does not matter.
Hey.
Yeah, it's pretty even lane states overall. It's a TP back from Remy to top lane. Looking for a play. Leswin does not land the double E, and everyone
Pantheon was
off.
getting the bot scuttle during that time, which Carlos...
Oh, it's a flash
dead.
root from Mel. It finds the kill. Pantheon.
It's like it was a flash Pantheon W. Leswin flashed it, but he still got stunned, and then he got flash meld afterwards.
It's still a top scuttle for Intra, but he can't
top
convert that into Raptors or anything. So Roosevelt just misses out on the first blood play, and
Wukong, not a very powerful ganker early, at least in terms of threatening a kill. So I would say the flash being blown on both mid laners is a lot worse for the Hui than it is for the Mel. He might be in danger of dying a couple more times.
I'd have to agree.
His Pantheon is very, very strong.
So
early.
Eli is up some XP in that top lane because of his summoner spell choice, or not summoner spell, rune choice.
Something like that.
Yeah, wrong one.
He doesn't even have to recall because he just buys it. My Ornn is a complete baller, and he bought a Cole.
Yeah, he bought Cole in the first game on Mordekaiser as well. This guy is just gold and
sick.
starting item maxing.
Also, bot lane, earlier we were talking about some crazy stuff happening mid lane, but bot lane pushed 3 waves early, crashed it, got the recall off. So they got a free recall, and Enryu got a Cole early. So
he's also just up massively in CS.
He is up a bajillion.
He's up like 2
gold.
waves, so it's pretty big.
It's a lot. He's also got the Cole ready. Aphelios is recalling as well.
Remy keeps walking into the fight this way and just tanking all of Ornn's spells, and
I worry that he is
coming out ahead,
regretting his setup here.
Cannon dropped by Leswin.
Uh-oh. Choo-choo
Alt down from Eli.
time!
He's using the XP advantage. He gets the second proc of Brittle, but Remy levels up, and Eli backs off.
Kind of sad to use Ornn ult's melee range sometimes because you're actually less, like, it's harder to hit the first part of it because they're so far away from the initial hit. So the Malphite was able to just walk out and then take a lot less damage from the second hit because the Brittle didn't double proc.
Yeah, so overall, Radar is up 20 CS. Enryu's up 20 CS. Even after dying, mid is still basically even. Jungle's even. I think Roosevelt are playing these lanes well, and they're using this bot prio to fight this dragon.
Yeah, so we've
University
got the
of Buffalo
Ornn teleporting in. Again, this is the top difference. We have TP advantage on top lane because of how it was going. So now we have a...
And that's a dead jungler on University of Buffalo's side.
Malphite is walking in slowly, but Roosevelt already used that advantage.
Malphite having to TP to lane earlier on like the first first back was a really game-changing play there. Because Roosevelt come out with a dragon, with a kill, Leswin gets even closer to equalizing because he got a big assist there. Enryu gets even further ahead because he's the one that collected the kill. And yeah, everything's back to chilling, and Roosevelt is probably feeling pretty good with themselves.
And just for mid lane, anything that's interrupting the flow of the game is going to be good for Leswin, because the longer he's just sitting in lane 1v1, he's going to be poked out and lose farm. But the team fight happens, enemy team uses all their cooldowns, uses all their tempo, so it's already helpful for neutralizing the lane, and Roosevelt won the fight, so very, very good. They're winning top and bot. Mid gets neutralized. There's not going to be too much.
I think a big thing to point out with that play as well, the consequences of it is that Enryu wasn't even 6, so he's still going to have ults as soon as he levels up. As I speak, though, a play is happening bot lane. Flash down from University of Buffalo's AD carry, and they pick up a kill onto Potato, though it goes to Lulu.
It does go to Lulu. That doesn't matter that much early. I mean, the support item is useful, and it's a lot more about the tempo and the time lost. But it is true. If you're Aphelios, you can type kill steal in chat and get tilted. And
yeah,
doesn't make that much of a difference, though.
I will point out that what I was saying was that Enryu's gonna have 6. He got that kill without having to burn it, so on the next wave or two he'll have it. Leswin got through that play with no flash, and it's about to come up, so that very punishing first blood that University at Buffalo was able to pick up is starting to be neutralized.
Sort of, yeah. The consequence of that, though, I mean, just the situation right now mid lane, the item difference is really, really important.
For sure.
Looks like
It's an ult down from Potato.
Another dead
Potato
support.
goes down. It's an ult popped from Enryu to try to trade some damage back in exchange for his support going down.
We're finding the issue with this Zyra pick where it doesn't really poke that much against 2 ranged champions, and it just dies very easily.
Is that a dive happening, Mott? No, the University of Buffalo
threatening it.
jungle backs off, though. So,
yeah, Wukong is off of vision.
yeah, the Zyra is a champion with a slight lack of movement abilities.
It's true. Also very squishy as support with no levels. Mid lane, Leswin had to back and TP. Not too bad, but he was stuck in lane for a long time. Enemy mid laner had the lost chapter, and he didn't. So he's just getting permanently poked out.
Losing the mana trades and all that, so.
Bot lane, all these trades are going to be pretty rough for Roosevelt because the Lulu's way, way better than the Zyra in just a health trade, unless she somehow hits a bunch of abilities.
Enryu
might
is
be baiting
half
them
health
here, though.
on mana, but they did bait them because that is
Oh my god.
University of Buffalo's 80 carry going down and Lulu being forced to back.
That was a pure mental game right there. Aphelios did not need to die, but they pretended like they were overstepping. Aphelios walked forward as the monkey came in and killed him. He was no flash from the play earlier, so that's really, really big.
It's another kill onto Enryu, who's up 20 CS still, even after their lane got a little screwed up back to back there. So, and that is a first item completion for Enryu.
Yep, bot lane items, massive difference right now. Scout slingshot on the Aphelios, Kraken Slayer.
Yeah,
on the
when you have
Yunara.
to buy the crit cloak in lane as an 80 carry before your first item, it's a little painful.
It's sad. The slingshot is sad as well, and it's going to be very sad. I'd be interested to know how much. I'm not sure exactly how much gold Aphelios has, but he's probably in this position right now where the only other item he can buy.
We gonna get a pause or what? I'm crafting QQ, Radar says.
True. He was crafting.
What'd that mean?
Yeah, that's the boss.
There we go.
Well, I guess we can look back at this a little bit. Oh,
back.
we're live.
Yeah, Aphelios in this point, he's building his Yuntal Wild Arrows. The only other component he can buy is the BF Sword, which costs 1,300 gold, so he's just kind of sad.
Big trade down from Roosevelt, though, and that's their 80 carry. Going down to Enryu again, picking up another kill. But are they overplaying it? The Pantheon is coming in.
Yes.
Flash WQs kills Enryu, and Potato has to sprint away as fast as he can.
Lost side of the jungler. Kind of same thing that happened earlier on the other side. Aphelios going for this fight, I mean, again, with the items we're talking about, it's just such a massive difference that you should not be opting into any fight, really, at this point. I also assume he's sitting on a good bit of gold with that BF Sword. All in all, didn't end up being too bad. I mean, the fact that the Pantheon burned Flash to get the kill is a very big deal.
Oh, that's
nice.
a huge ult land from Leswin. They pick up the kill on this Mel. Pantheon ults in, though. He's looking for an exchange, and he does not find it.
He's going to die, very likely.
Wow.
Yeah, so
he used his W.
Wow.
Doesn't even have to pop the ult on Intra. That's just a kill down for Leswin. Oh, Leswin got both kills there, so that's huge for mid lane.
Or a win for the monkey.
True. So, Enryu just holding this wave. He's doing just fine. That's a second drag to Roosevelt.
Both of
Double
those
kill
kills,
in the mid lane.
the guy got down to 1 HP, and my Wukong just kind of walked backwards the other way because he knew he was dead. It was really cool.
That's Aura.
I definitely like that Intra did not have to use the Wukong ult.
Oh, that's a good point.
He saved that, which means this bot lane is a little bit scared because Enryu can stack these waves and look for a dive.
How does that look for our...
Chemtech is like a don't throw sort of soul, so it's definitely not the worst thing for Roosevelt to have.
It's good for stat sticks. It's going to be very powerful, this Wukong that just kind of fights for a long time because it just gives you stats. It doesn't give you any fun effect. Gives you damage resistance.
I kind of miss when it made you invisible.
I don't.
But at the same time, I don't miss when it made you invisible. So
playing ADC, and it's not that much fun. There's an assassin sitting in front of your tower.
So that is Intra completing his jungle quest with the pet. A little bit of a trade top lane with Radar coming out as the victor of that with his grass procs.
Or a win for the Malphite. He took that trade with the Ornn, pressed E to slow the attack speed, and then walked up and hit the vision plant because the Ornn couldn't attack it. That was pretty cool.
Wait, that is
You don't usually think about that play.
That's some high tier champ knowledge.
Yeah. Roosevelt 2K ahead at this point with 2 dragons, still looking very good. Their scaling is probably better, I would say.
What do I
Yeah, overall that was it was like a 4K gold swing because there was a point where University at Buffalo was, I think, 1.5 ahead.
Oh, you're dead.
And that is Intra coming in with the ultimate. Flash out from Melo is not enough. He is able to flash out of tower range and survives. And a bunch of damage coming back on the Pantheon. The E does mitigate quite a bit of it. And because Pantheon showed mid, Enryu and Potato get a free push bot.
Really good angle.
Oh.
A bunch of damage, though. Aphelios' ult is flashed. Amazing. Malphite goes mid and kills Lesman. I'm not sure how that happened. But
My bad. Did not expect that. My bad.
yeah, I didn't expect it either.
I think Lesman did.
But okay, so this is a huge advantage play from University of Buffalo.
Enryu might just be able to run away.
It's very possible. Taking the turret shot can be scary, but he does just get out. Wait, they both get out.
Craziest thing I've ever seen.
That is
that should not have gone well for Roosevelt, but they clutched it out.
A dash in and a W down to get a little bit more damage on the Aphelios, and the play's just over.
I was questioning the Ghost before, but man, that was super value. Just again, like they
I
don't
think the
have
Pantheon,
CC.
he just went too far behind them.
He did. I mean, he didn't think they had another direction to go.
Carlos goes in, tries to get the kill on the Lulu, who flashes away.
So this is looking not bad for Roosevelt, but we can see the Mel is pathing bot before the Hui is, so hopefully they're communicating that. Carlos needs to get out of there.
Intra is picked off here. He's trying to get a little bit. That's an ult down from Lulu onto the Pantheon just to confirm it. And that's a hefty bounty going into the Pantheon's pocket.
As well, yeah.
Upside is that mid gets the push in and a lot of tower plate, so Hui does get a bunch of gold here, but definitely not worth. Good run from the Mel.
One thing I didn't mention is that Roosevelt did get the Void Grubs.
That's true.
So any free time with these level 1 turrets, or tier 1 turrets, is a big advantage for Roosevelt. That extra burn goes a long way for a champion like Hui, who doesn't have a bunch of turret damage base.
Yeah.
Eli has not left top lane this whole time. He's
he is chilling. He has that that Spirit Visage, the
he's building about 6
Megatron
items.
Cloak. He is.
Yeah.
He's kind of just immortal.
Team fight time.
Leswin does get ulted again by Remy. He's able to flash out this time, and this play might go bad for University of Buffalo.
Yeah.
That's a kill down onto Elvin Cyber. It's looking like Remy's going to fall as well. The Pantheon can't do anything. This is what we were talking about, that Pantheon Q just is not enough damage. It's an ult down from Leswin onto the Pantheon, and he's rooted up. He's able to flash W and get the kill on the Leswin, but he dies in exchange. The Polymorph, The polymorph
no.
actually gets it. Potato picks up the kill finally after two
wants more.
unexpectedly go the way. Potato wants this extra kill onto the Lulu.
Keep going.
He doesn't find it. So overall, it's a 3 for 2. But honestly,
not as worth as it looked.
Not as worth as it looked at the beginning, because the Pantheon, he does a beautiful series of events. It's slash W to kill Leswin, and then the polymorph from Lulu just makes it so that he can pick up that kill onto the Wukong.
A lot of things happening here. They killed the Hui early, so Roosevelt didn't have a lot of damage, and then he's got a Sundered Sky with Lulu shield, so he's kind of deceptively unkillable. It's the sort of play, this fight, where I would honestly say from both sides they just needed to calm down for a second and leave. It's the sort of thing where you see the guy in front of you and you're like, take it personally that he's standing in front of you, but like, anyone could just leave at any point and not take the 50-50 and then get something guaranteed off of it instead. It ended up being, I don't even know who won.
I think a big thing to look at. Oh, Leswin is getting attacked here. He's rooted up. The Pantheon ults behind. He's going to die, but we'll see if Roosevelt can do anything after. It's a huge knockup from the Ornn.
I don't think
Ornn
this is
still
good
has
for
ult.
Roosevelt. They're getting collapsed on.
Yeah,
they
they're
don't have
backing
damage.
out. But
Zyra's
Enryu's not there. Zyra is ulted on and dies.
Wow.
And overall, it is a losing play for Roosevelt.
Intra's going to need this smite real bad.
This isn't like a do or die dragon for Roosevelt, though. I'd be fine with them giving this.
They are giving.
They are.
Yep.
I mean, you can't fight it. You just have to die. Yeah, Roosevelt losing sight of the map. I mean, just a lot of, I don't know. Leswin obviously didn't expect the, Mel made a nice play with the upgraded blast cone and jumped into the middle lane and cut him off with the E. After that, though, the map was very bad position for Roosevelt. They were getting collapsed on, and they didn't really know what to do, and they just kind of hit people. But there's a moment where you need to just be able to take a moment and evaluate and just leave.
Yeah,
Accept
so
your loss.
Leswin not having flash because of oh wait, this is another play happening as soon as I try to talk.
Hopefully she'll be dead.
She does do a bunch of damage and kills Leswin, but Radar does pick up the kill. Mel flashes and dies.
Like I said, Mel no flash.
Leswin does get the kill though in the end, so it is a 1-for-1 for mids.
It's a 1-for-1, but not really, because Roosevelt used a lot of resources for that. They used 2 people, and they're completely open giving top lane. So very big win for BU to get a kill off the back end of that.
To get out of here.
Now Roosevelt, again, we're using our lack of tempo to take a Rift Herald. It's not going to work.
And Ryu is able to skirt the wall and get out of there. But it is going to be likely a Rift Herald dropped.
To be fair, Ornn is free pushing bot. Okay, he's TPing in. So we got a 4v4.
Boy
has TP, Mel also has TP, so we got 5v5 gearing up.
Now Roosevelt really wants this Rift Herald. They're doing everything in their power to get it. So it's a mid push from Roosevelt. They wind up getting this tier 1. And a little bit of a fight is.
How's the spacing from Roosevelt?
BU might fight. Malphite is backed, but he's got TP, so he might choose to TP back. I'm not sure what they're planning to do. I don't like what BU is doing. They're like half contesting and just taking a bunch of damage.
No, the Malphite backing signals to me that they were not entirely prepared for this. Ornn ult hits 2, 3. It's a knock-up. Another one down.
Oh, no.
That is Intra getting in on the back line.
It goes down, but this Wukong is unleashed.
And, well... Okay, that's
thank you for the follow.
No, Aphelios
Thank you for the follow. I'm sorry.
Aphelios does go down.
I'm sorry.
It's a little bit slow.
I'm sorry. Thank you for the follow and the sub and the follow.
I like this PowerPoint that we're seeing because Roosevelt came out ahead.
So yeah, pretty not very calm and collected play from BU. Like we talked about, their comp is very go or not go. Like it's pretty much reliant. The only way that they can play is with a Malphite ult. So generally the way they're going to need to play these fights is position aggressively. If the enemy walks up, threaten to Malphite ult. Like, but they're, the Malphite is backing and considering TP. They're doing this thing where they're saying like, oh.
Not to cut you off, but this is a huge fight. Whoa. Enryu goes down. He gets picked off. That's 500 gold going to the Mel. Radar does get the kill, but I think he just has to run away. He flashed to pick it up on Remy.
He's looking pretty dead.
And yeah, he is entirely in hell. This was just a winning play from University of Buffalo.
Another one of those things, as we talked about, and as a couple people from the CLoL committee were talking about, Roosevelt has an advantage They exploit the advantage. They get a couple kills on it. And then after they get a couple kills, respawn timers happen. And then Roosevelt overextends again and dies.
Can we see the health on this Baron? It's looking like it is going down. It is going down
might
kind
go
of
really
quickly.
bad for BU.
Yeah, but this is a scary position. Potato, if he gets this ult on, Potato does force them off with the ult. It's 2/3 of its health is gone. Wukong is contesting now.
Roosevelt just needs to poke him out.
I'm not sure how Pantheon gets back in the pit.
Oh.
The blast cone's popped. They can't get back in the pit.
He's got flash. He's going to flash steal it.
He does get it with the steal. It's Wukong dying.
Oh my god. Remy, what a play.
Huge play
and Rio
from
will
University
take one
of
with
Buffalo. Okay, yeah, he does wind up dying in the end, and that is... Yeah, that's 4 going down for Roosevelt in exchange for 2 and Baron.
That looked so good for Roosevelt for basically the whole time until they didn't exploit what they should have exploited.
It was good. I mean, they were just on a timer because Malphite was going to show up and turn the fight before anyone else. So they needed to, realistically, I think they needed to push him off Baron and leave because that was their advantage.
Not having radar, both teams have gone a little bit rough in these fights when they leave their tank in base and fight. So
right now, snapshot, I'm seeing 3 items on our Yunara, 1 item on an Aphelios. Pretty big deal. It is pretty tough for Yunara to play these fights, though.
I mean, it is a little helped by the fact that radar does have this Zeke's convergence that I assume is on Enryu. So if he's in the fight, he can help.
Doesn't Zeke's just does the little AoE aura when you ult?
Oh my god. Oh, this is
something.
Pause. That wasn't us.
It does do something. I'm sure about that.
Well, that's 3 Ornn items down out of 5. So they are getting there.
That's true.
Leswin just got his Ornn item on the Leandries. I do not know the upgraded name. Stun down on Intra. He does have to W away. And University of Buffalo gets an advantage on the positioning here.
It's going to be all down to this Malphite ult, which is not up right now.
Big knock-up from Radar. He gets a couple there, and that is
hitting. Aphelios looks pretty dead.
Potato does go down, but Mel goes down as well.
Oh my goodness.
Aphelios goes down. Pantheon goes down. Roosevelt's chasing for the last couple kills. They finally back off, and it looks like they're just going to get the 3rd dragon, go up on Soul Point, and say, we came back, we played with 5, and we won.
Yep.
Same story as before. I mean, BU is sitting in this choke, trying to just kind of stare at the enemies and make them walk away, but they do not have a Malphite ult, which is the only way they can play the game. So Roosevelt takes advantage of that, walks at them, and they just kind of get out health barred. Like, they have nothing they can do. Aphelios can hit a little bit, but they're just getting zoned. These immobile backliners are just getting zoned.
This Ornn is very immortal because of Pantheon not really having the shred required and the Aphelios having basically no items.
Aphelios does not have items and or a way to hit the Ornn, so yeah.
I think the big difference in these fights from the tank perspective is that Enryu has a Lord Doms, and Aphelios doesn't even have a Last Whisper yet. So.
Yeah. It's going to be a big deal. I mean, 3-item spike historically is when ADC starts getting super online.
It's another BF sword for Enryu, so he's getting close to his 4th item.
Oh, he's getting chased down here, but he shouldn't die.
Yeah, Intra has enough movement abilities that he can just weave his way through the lane and back safely. 3 in mid lane from Roosevelt, just clearing out a wave, making sure that there's no pressure. And things are returning kind of to normal with no objectives on the map.
Potato upgraded, Leandries acquired. I feel like that's going to be the game changer in these fights.
Yeah, so the only person without an Ornn item is the Wukong.
Feels bad.
Feels bad. He's been last picked. That is an ult behind on Leswin from Pantheon, though. That's a great ult down from Potato, though. It forces the Mel to go back, but Leswin still dies. He gets the ult down. It's a bunch of damage. The Lulu is basically dead, and it is still just a winning play for University of Buffalo, but
they're not going to get anything off of it, really, is the thing.
So I would like this.
It's kind of whatever.
The frontline members checking there for University of Buffalo means Eli can't really get anything.
Not much to do here.
Yeah, I don't think this Malphite's scared.
Leswin has...
Oh, that's...
Oh, my lord.
Oh.
Leswin has TP when he respawns.
Intra is really deep. He might just die here. Yeah, he does just go down. He
again and again.
He was super deep there and gets picked off by 4 members of University of Buffalo.
I don't know how to explain that one.
Yeah, that was just a little bit of a hype moment. I think he might have thought Lulu was still on the map with like that 10% HP bar, but gets the back right as he's about to go in the bush and...
See, I will admit, as an ADC player, that's kind of exactly what I want to see from my jungler. Like, in this point of the game, when there's no objectives coming up and he runs into the enemy jungler and dies, you just have free reign to take all of his camps.
Yeah, and he can't complain.
Yeah, like, you just kind of, you just quietly don't flame him and then get all the gold.
Don't type anything. Just be as small on the map
It's
as
nice.
possible.
Yeah. You might even hit a thank you. Henry just says thank you to Carlos.
No problem. Good try. It's okay.
Well, that is a last whisper on Aphelios now, so there is a little
It's
bit of
something.
armor shred.
What, like 15%?
Yeah.
Leswin
Not nearly as much as a Lord
trying his
Doms.
best to auto the ward over the wall, but he is not a Caitlyn.
Yeah, so that is tier 1 bot finally falling at 26 minutes for University of Buffalo, picked up by Mel. Both these mid laners quietly having a bunch of kills.
Yeah.
And
Look
a
at
bunch of gold
Leswin's,
bundle
look
on
at
them.
Leswin's KD.
6-7.
I will not.
Um,
Yep. So the Mel is reaching the point where it's going to fall off pretty hard. It's a very strong early mid game. It's going to start not doing as much. Really, the W is the most impactful thing, and it can follow up on some CC. But the Hui, I imagine, is going to start being a lot more impactful in the fights, especially like in these kind of fights that we're talking about, where they're both just kind of standing at each other. That's exactly the situation where Hui wants to be, just kind of poking the enemies out.
I'd also mention that Potato finally got his Bloodletter's Curse, which is another huge buff for Leswin on the way. It's going to be quite a bit of damage shred from that item. Looking like University of Buffalo wants to establish a position. Radar is really far up. And
Wukong is
Potato
behind
has
them.
to
Look
back.
at the position of Wukong.
Yeah, but
This might
Radar
be good for
is
Roosevelt if
taking a
Radar
bunch of
doesn't die too
damage.
fast.
He has to flash away.
Wukong's going in.
Wukong is going in. He's going to get 4 with his ult.
It's a 4-man.
That's huge. Pantheon goes in, but he is in a bad position. Looks like he gets Lulu ult and barely lives. Enryu's going in
my
massively.
goodness.
That is Aphelios down because of Ornn and Potato, and Roosevelt just wins the play.
A lot of things happening there. Great
Remy goes
positioning from
down.
Wukong.
Does he go
should.
down? Remy
Hello?
surviving.
Okay.
He
Hello?
doesn't go
Hello?
down.
Oh my god.
Does the burn get him? No, the Lulu shield saves his life.
Jeez.
But in exchange,
Carlos, get out, Carlos. Oh my god.
so Carlos goes
Get
down.
out!
This
He's
Lulu
poly.
shield,
Get out! Okay.
Okay,
alright.
this Lulu shield is not enough to save the Mel finally. What I want to point out though is that in exchange for saving this Malphite's life for so long,
Yeah.
Roosevelt pick up an
Yeah, 3
inhib.
people pushing mid. So really good team fight win from Roosevelt. We saw a lot of things. Good positioning through the jungle from the Wukong, catching him off guard. He goes in. The Pantheon, as a response, engages to try and make some space, and Roosevelt aptly backs up, kills him as he's separated. We saw a Malphite ult try in the chaos to catch the carries, and Leswin reacted with his Zhonya's. So he did not get taken advantage of. And they were
Enryu
able
was
to
also
snatch him up.
free hitting on the side of that fight the whole time. He was
Yep.
towards the bot river bush, and he was just pumping out those Q ult enhanced auto attacks on the Pantheon. Forced Lulu to heal and ult the Pantheon very early in the fight.
And that's what you wanna
Probably not the target you want to ult as Lulu.
When the
honestly.
fight starts super
Eli's
chaotic,
just walking.
you pressure the enemies to start wasting their abilities. And
So we
there
are
you
going to
see.
get another fight. That is a TP in from Mel. Spotted by Eli. Ult in from Eli. Aphelios is in a horrible position.
my
Gets
goodness.
picked off. Pantheon
Oh,
goes
no.
down. Leswin does go down in exchange, but Roosevelt are winning the fight. And Rio goes down to Mel as well. This Mel is huge. And it winds up just being a
Get the
2
Baron.
for 2.
Get the
Both
Baron.
carries for Roosevelt going
Yeah,
down.
we're collapsing on this guy.
Yeah, Mel
get the Baron.
did
They're
not
ending the
path
game.
Oh, yeah. You think
optimally
we end?
there.
I kind of don't, but
No,
looks
I
like they're trying.
yeah.
I
This,
mean-
I guess
Oh.
is Ebola.
We'll see.
Uh-oh.
They
I-
probably do, maybe.
I don't think the wave is there.
I don't
Neither
know.
team has any damage. They have the inhib mid.
Radar's
so
just
their
kinda
thing
standing
is
there.
gonna
Yeah,
fail.
he just isn't getting
He's not
touched
gonna
at
take
all.
damage,
But
yeah.
he
But
also
they do just get to clear the wave. Yeah.
Intra took like 4 turret shots.
Don't die, Carlos.
So
This was something.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I
the root's
don't
in.
think this
Aphelios
is an
just
endable
came
play.
up, so they need to leave.
Yeah, Radar needs to get out of there expeditiously.
Oh my god.
Big words.
Big word alert.
You spelled it right, but you pronounced it wrong.
Close enough.
Let's see you spell it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
heard
So Roosevelt does get out. Roosevelt does get out. I mean, so overall, the Baron didn't happen.
No, it did not.
Uh,
We also we had about 10 camps we could have taken on the map probably during that time.
Yeah,
set up
Roosevelt
wards,
picked up
push
Soul.
lanes.
Roosevelt did pick up Soul.
But sometimes it's about just letting the enemy know that you are willing to walk at their tower and hit it with an Orin hammer.
Yeah, it's like the heart attack that you give them. Like, can they end?
Yeah.
Are we about to just lose?
It's playing with your food sort
Roosevelt
of thing.
wants to do it anyway.
Yeah, Roosevelt, they are on Vision.
So yeah, at this point, Chemtech Soul for Roosevelt with that Wukong, like I said, that's the guy that is going to benefit from the most from it. Should be taking a lot of resources from BU to stop the Wukong from rolling over them, and then
And
my
Potato
Zyra's
just
dead.
does get nuked by Elvin Cyber. This Mel does so much damage. Doesn't even have decap yet. All it took was, I think, a root, a Q, and then ult, and then Potato just exploded.
Yeah. We are
Baked
learning
potato
what
a little bit.
happens with Zyra against mages, unfortunately.
Yeah.
No objectives coming up
Yeah.
during this time.
They did get the stun down on the Intra, but
Clone was almost killed.
yeah, they caught the clone more than anything there. Radar is looking at the side here, giving them a little bit of anxiety to walk up too far in this tier 2. They still are pumping out damage onto
Does
it,
have
though.
ult again.
Radar gets some damage out and ease away to safety after taking about a quarter of his health bar. A nice little bit of damage from Leswin there onto the grouped up team. A little bit more. That's an ult down from Eli. Catches the Mel. Flash down from Wukong. They're looking for this Pantheon.
Uh-oh. Should die.
That's a free hitting Yunara. Yunara free hitting forever. Just takes everyone down. Triple kill to Enryu.
Malphite might have been AFK.
Quadra kill to Enryu. Yeah, this Malphite
All
was
right,
not able to stop anything there. And
That'll be the game.
Enryu kind of just looks them in the face and says, "You cannot stop me."
Yeah, I mean, once what I was saying before, that this Wukong is so strong that it's going to take the BU using their key cooldowns on him to stop them from running you over, and once you use your key cooldown on anyone that's not the Yunara, she's just going to free hit. She also, I guess the reason Malphite wasn't ulting her is because she bought a Seeker's Arm Guard.
Okay, so we're back to that meta.
Yeah. I mean, it's always good. Last item against a Malphite.
Yeah, the Yunara kind of being the carry for Roosevelt there all throughout the game. Wasn't entirely on my list, but beautiful play from Enryu. Closing out a couple of those mid lane NA rams that happened and winning Roosevelt the game 2 of a best of 5.
Definitely some clutch team fights from Roosevelt this play. I would say a decent amount of mistakes, admittedly, from both teams, but we made some really good plays and capitalized when we needed to. And just kind of, yeah, I mean, got the dragons. That early game bot prio was super important. They picked up a bunch of early dragons, allowed them to, Zyra not to get beaten down too much, and enable their scaling with the Wukong and the Chemtech Soul.
It's really interesting to look at it and see that one of the big deciders of that game was the fact that Keystones in top lane were chosen when they probably should have been something else.
It was interesting.
Because what happened there is Malphite just lost lane to Ornn. Hard enough that he had to TP back to not lose too many minions.
Yeah, I mean, the first dragon.
And then Ornn is able to TP and win that fight, get a kill to Roosevelt after they had, given up first blood and first drag.
I also, for some reason, in the post-game client, it showed the Felios having exhaust, but I'm pretty positive he had barrier.
It shows them all having exhaust and
Really?
cleanse or clarity or something.
Okay.
So yeah, it's
Good. I won't flame him then.
I think he had flash.
He had flash barrier.
Yeah, flash barrier. So yeah, Roosevelt staring down a match point, series point, game 3 in the first round of CLoL Top 32.
Yes, sir. We, for those that are unaware, I know that the overlay says something similar to BO3 with 2 squares for each team, but it is a BO5 today. It is a BO5, ladies and gentlemen.
Everyone is going to be looking deep into their pools game 3 already.
Yes.
Which is...
Except for Eli. Eli
Yeah,
has so much
Eli
left.
has so much.
Oh, my
He
God.
still has Gnar. He still has Renekton.
He has Renekton. He still has the Croc, bro.
Yeah.
They don't know about the Croc or the Gnar. Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
Gnar is open, and a lot of the Gnar counters are gone. Malphite and Ornn both pretty good into
That's
that
true.
champion.
And you can ban out a couple others as well.
I think what we're going to do is we're going to head to a quick 5-minute as the players hit the bathroom, go get some water. We will be back for Game 3 of this best of 5, top 32 of CLoL, Roosevelt Lakers versus University at Buffalo. We'll see you guys in just a little bit. And we're back. It is time for Game 3 draft with Roosevelt up 2-0 in this fearless best-of-5 series. Let's see what we got, gentlemen.
All right, so you Buffalo on blue side. First pick a Nico. Roosevelt respond by locking Varus Zahen, which were two of their bans in the first two games. And that's responded to by the Jin from you Buffalo.
Some useless-ass ADCs being pulled out right off the rip.
Yeah. I was looking for something like a Corki or like a Caitlyn, but Varus Jin. Very interesting. Vi locked in response by you Buffalo. It's still possible that this Varus is going someplace like top, right? Even though it's nerf, I guess maybe not. But
Tom Kench, pretty nice classic counter against the Vi. I imagine it does pretty well against the Nico too, because it can't really get poked outside of the first couple levels.
I feel like against Jin as well, it's kind of like living forever.
Well, yeah, I mean,
after a couple armor items, you just kind of
late game you scale. I don't know, like Tom Kench support doesn't really scale that hard as in another lane, so
yeah,
we'll see. But I mean, Jin would rather play against ranged champions in general, so it's true. But he is gonna get like Swifties, so
one thing I'd look at here for Remy in the top lane for University at Buffalo though is that he's playing already against 3 picks that could be flex top. And still more, so you can never really be all too careful here.
That's kind of true.
At University of Buffalo, they do ban the Galio again, so it is possible we don't see Leswin Galio at all this series.
Very likely, I might add.
Yeah. We'll see what the last ban here from University of Buffalo is. Roosevelt banned the Silas and the Talia, so a couple mid-targeted bans, 4 mid-targeted bans from Roosevelt. 2 from University at Buffalo, so everybody reaching a little bit deeper into their pool.
So far, Roosevelt comp pretty focused on playing back, disengaged, letting the enemy go in, and just kind of getting stronger as a result with TK and Zahen. Lissandra can do the same thing, another champion that just destroys Vi. This Vi is going to start having a very hard time. It kind of has no ability to do anything so far in this draft. Any target it jumps on, it's just going to get either Tom Kench ulted or someone else ulted or killed.
Yeah, this Lissandra is kind of unjumpable. The Tom Kench makes a lot of other people unjumpable.
Nico also looks pretty useless. Jin also looks kind of useless against the Tom Kench. I mean, it's decent against the Varus, but it doesn't do a lot of damage to the Zahen TK. Renekton picked
Gnar open.
Gnar open. It gets kind of killed by a Vi, but maybe it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You have a TK. We'll see what he pulls out. I have no idea what he has left.
There's a bunch of champs that you can pick, I think, at the blind Renekton.
Roosevelt kind of lacking damage, but Buffalo also lacking tank, so it's not the biggest deal.
Does he play Quinn? I don't think this would be the world's worst Quinn, but
it's kind
the
of
Anivia makes it worse
rough.
for sure. Yeah, and that's just a clear Gnar insta-lock.
So mid lane, kind of even, although jungle setup is going to be a lot stronger for you Buffalo, so I think Lissandra is going to have to play a lot more passive. Really, Tom Kench ults Varus bot lane, Lissandra ults herself with a Vi, so I imagine they're going to be trying their best to target this Gnar in the early game, at least especially early mid. Once Vi gets 6, diving the sky should be pretty easy. If Roosevelt can get some creative swaps or just, be ready for a counter gank and shut down one of those plays, I imagine they'll just completely snowball out of control. But theoretically, they do have a weak spot that can be exploited.
I think a lot of strength for you Buffalo is locked behind this Jin not going Mosquito build. If he goes Mosquito build, it feels like it might just be over.
Maybe.
Because Roosevelt is going to get very tanky very quickly.
They don't have a lot of damage. This Anivia also, though, is pretty unleashed. She pretty much has no one that can kill her. I mean, there's a Lissandra, technically, that can go aggressive and a Varus ult, but that's about it. I could see the Anivia just kind of being a huge menace standing in front of them, because we got like 5 mid-range characters against this Anivia ult. They might just get kited.
Yeah, the Anivia was definitely a really good B5 from University of Buffalo, because Roosevelt has all these picks that want to play these slow, methodical team fights. Like Zahen wants to ramp, Lissandra wants to play a little bit at the edge, Tom Kench wants to front line and protect for this Varus, throwing out Qs. Gnar there as well, wanting to stack Gnar bar and go in for a big play. But But the Anivia kind of shuts a lot of that down with the long-range stun and the ultimate and the wall all together.
She's kind of uninteractable, and Roosevelt doesn't really have anything to threaten her under tower. If they are trying to siege, she'll just press R and clear the wave. Besides maybe Lissandra E flash R.
I think I'd like to see this Zahen jungle go really hard in the mid lane. Because if you can burn flashes and the egg off of Anivia, things start looking a lot more interesting for how this Lissandra can play 1 through 6 for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a world where she can get caught. If she gets hit by any CC, she is pretty squishy. I imagine Jin is going to go cleanse here, so their fighting power is going to be a bit weakened. There's also a world where you don't, and you just know that you're not the main character and try and pressure bot lane early and exploit the TK while he's like levels 1 through 3 with that extra health pressure. So that would be, it's kind of a choice how you want to try and win the game. There's a lot of stuns around.
Yes, level 1 bot lane I think is going to be interesting because if Tahm Kench gets poked down pretty hard, it can be a problem for Varus to contest the waves.
If Potato somehow misses a Q, it could be kind of bad. But the thing is, like, if a range champion walks into him and he presses Q, they're going to get slowed, and he's going to heal and do damage and pretty much mitigate the any health loss, and the Varus just has range. So I don't think it's going to be super easy for uBuffalo to poke them. Again, it's like TK wants to play against range champions that just kind of poke you slowly because he just walks at you, heals it back up.
This has potential to be the most interesting but also most boring of the drafts because it could just be one side getting slowly
It definitely could
and
be.
methodically choked out over like 20 minutes. So we'll see. But a lot of things can go right or wrong for either side very early in this game.
Looks like we are just waiting for spectator delay here. For those wondering in chat, thank you, John, for updating Sean. It is a BO5. We are up 2-0. Sorry, I missed draft. I see the.
It's fine.
Nar was picked last.
Me and Ruben had some very good back and forth on the strengths and weaknesses.
We decided Roosevelt might win.
True, Bob.
But they also might lose.
They might lose.
True, Bob.
And it
man.
depends on the actions taken by both teams, really.
If good things happen, they might win. If bad things happen, they might lose.
That is just unbelievably good insight
Yeah.
right there, dude.
Yeah.
Also, Vi, Arcane Fortnite character.
True, it's we finally got an Arcane pick in this series.
We haven't had an Arcane pick?
I don't think so. There's no Jinx, right?
No
There's a
Jinx,
lot
no
of Arcane
Jace, no
characters, though.
Echo,
That's
no
actually true. There's so many people. on Arcane.
Heimerdinger.
There's a
Heimer.
bunch
Wait,
of-
Mel.
Oh, Mel is in
Mel.
there.
We had
Okay.
Mel.
We're such
This is-
casuals.
this is the second Arcane.
Malphite? Any of those mountains in the background could have been
True,
Malphite.
that's
Think about
actually
it.
true. That's
True.
Isn't he all the mountains?
Is that how that works?
I don't think so, but
Oh.
it could be. If you're pushing logic, then
True.
maybe.
Well, definitely
Rock
don't
solid.
do that. Don't do that in
Rock solid.
don't do that in League of Legends lore, man. If you're in chat, I know this is gonna get to them in like 5 minutes. But if you're in chat, how are you doing today?
If you're in chat, drop a Malphite voice line.
real, bro.
Okay.
Let's see if any of the games have finished.
You are going to lose.
You are going to lose.
None of the games have finished.
Yeah, I mean, best of fives can take a while.
I think we're at the point in the cast where we just say voice lines from League characters that we can remember.
Yeah.
None of these
Is
characters
that a
have-
short joke? It's not in this game.
Oh my god, when I was on Roosevelt and it was like Ziggs meta and like I think every single draft I would hit him with a "Where'd that bomb go?" Just like whenever in any situation.
Hey,
even
John,
not related
can you
to
still
the
do
Ziggs.
the feeding a pufferfish a carrot noise?
Yeah,
It's really good.
I'll do it if we win.
Okay.
Oh god.
It's my
please,
favorite
don't,
sound.
guys.
It's my favorite sound.
My god.
But yeah, I think what we're gonna do as soon as this series is over is we're just gonna go through the other Twitch channels and see who else is playing.
I'd like
and
to
kind
see
of
that.
go through like what the matchups are, especially the matchup that we might be facing tomorrow if we win. I want to see that as well. So
Yeah, the wonderful thing about Top 32 is it's almost made up exclusively of programs that care about it. So
True Bob SquarePants.
most of these will be streamed.
almost entirely.
Almost
Yes,
entirely.
Almost entirely.
I chose my words carefully.
Yes, that's good comms.
All right, here's what I'm interested in. ADC skin choice, I think, is going to be a big
Actually
deal
true.
this
Actually
game.
true.
Varus has a lot of top-tier skins. I don't know how much we're aware. You know, we got like actually, I don't know the names of any of them, but there's like that blue one. You got the Heine.
Yeah,
I
I
like
like
the Primordian.
I like the Cosmic one.
The Cosmic is cool.
Cosmic's cool. You think it'd be? Does Jin have a Cosmic, right? Is it going to be Cosmic versus Cosmic?
Yeah, Jin, that's his best skin, the Cosmic whatever. He also has Primordian now, which I think looks kind of ugly. So I think if Buffalo goes Cosmic, they might have a chance.
I think if Carlos goes the
Classic is high
Zahen
noon
skin,
as
we
well.
lose.
What is the Zahen skin? I
It's
don't
the
even
one
know.
that sucks.
Okay, well.
He has
might
one
have
skin,
not
and I
do
think
it.
it's
He might have,
terrible.
I think he
Carlos,
did.
lock in here.
I think you did.
I
just saw
think
it
it's just
before you
over.
guys.
Okay, well.
Yeah, that's the game. Sorry,
Oh,
guys.
well.
Can we just like fast forward 30
Chalk it.
minutes?
That's
Just
a good
chalk it.
try.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting. This is not me at all. The game is launched and we're playing.
I
so
just got Nocturne ulted.
don't know why.
Nocturne ult level 1?
Level 1 IRL.
Would be Nocturne hack?
Warden spawned.
Hello.
Okay, I'm watching the
There we
game
go.
on John
Oh,
screen. Okay,
there's that
yeah,
barrier.
so it is a little bit of a mid-skirmish, but absolutely nothing happens.
He has the skin on it.
So,
All right. Very
yeah,
cool.
he does, and I hate it. It makes his face look really weird.
Game over.
It's all
But
good.
luckily, it's an isometric perspective game, so you don't see his face.
All
very much.
right.
Wow, big word.
A little bit of poke down from
This
Radar.
is
He's on
good
the
for the
opposite
Gnar.
side. But yeah, Gnar's just kiting this
You
forever.
can just kind of hit him. Like, I don't think Renekton's going to do anything. His E. Radar's going to win this because his E isn't going to come up for a million years.
We also need to remember that Radar and his biological brother are the Renekton guys. They are the Krog guys. And Eli's playing against it, so I think that even though we would love to see him play it, this is still pretty good because
Yeah,
he knows
you-
exactly what it can
Yeah,
do.
you have knowledge on its limits.
Yep.
Okay. I can't even tell what Varus skin that is. He's going poke Varus this game, so already pretty low damage draft
this
from Roosevelt.
Noxus?
It's going to be even lower, but it is probably necessary. He's
Okay.
just kind of going to be poking. It's Cosmic, whatever,
It
Jin.
is. No Nico skin.
No Nico skin. God, that looks ugly.
True. Okay, so yeah, it's just pretty even lanes.
Even skins, even lanes.
Uh-oh.
Roosevelt gets pushed in. Potato takes a little bit of poke
Definitely
from the
didn't need
Nico
to
route.
do that. They got level 2 and there were no minions dying, so he had space to back up. So
Carlos
not
is...
ideal.
Carlos is somehow totally
Is
behind
going to
this
see
us.
this W. It misses. Potato
but it
could
is
get bursted. Probably
little
not,
bit
though.
positioning.
Oh, the root is good.
Oh, it's a pull onto the Jin. He might have to flash here.
He-
He does flash, but
That's
it's
killed.
completely worthless because that's
Oh.
a kill picked up for Potato
Uh-oh.
and a big tempo lead for bot lane.
So, like, I was talking about skins. I wasn't even looking at the map, but I guess
Yeah, I did
intro
not
started
see-
in bot side enemy jungle. I'd be interested. Well, I guess we kind of missed level 1.
Vi is
Oh, he's-
in hell, by the way.
Oh my
Beautiful
God.
play from Radar.
He might have been at sub 10 HP there.
Yeah.
That was wild.
The question is, does this Vi overplay by going for blue buff? She does.
Smite fight.
Smite
my
won by
God.
Intra, and this Vi is going to get collapsed
Um,
on. If you look where Leswin is, he should be coming
Yeah,
down
there's
soon.
also a Tom Kench coming.
Yeah.
If Carlos gets another W, he's going to be completely dead. Alright, he's
He's
completely dead.
He's completely dead.
Interesting W.
Stands
from-
up
And they
front
can
of-
just...
Okay, he didn't stand
They,
in front
do
of
they
him.
not just turn on... Oh, no, Elven Cyber.
There's no one else to
Well...
kill.
Oh, gimme!
Leswin does
stun
get
is
hit by
good.
the stun
He
and
can kill.
the
What is
wall,
he running
but
away for?
yeah, if he walked in there, I think he could have just killed him.
He's scared of nothing. The jungler's dead.
So, at the end of all of that BS, Roosevelt's up 3-0.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is when you call it just kind of a mental boom moment,
Kind of
potentially.
looks like it a little bit.
Because you just lost like 3 lanes.
We lost a
on
lot of
BU,
lanes. If
so-
I'm counting 1, 2, 3, maybe. Yeah,
That's good math, too.
that's
Well,
pretty good.
Remy does.
Popped.
Oh, and that is an egg
Wow.
pop. Leswin,
The jungler
interest
is
coming.
here.
Yeah, this might just be the 4th lane loss.
Definitely a flash popped. He needs to.
He missed. He got knocked up on the stun, so he just dies. Intra
Really
gets
nice,
another kill.
Really nice W from Carlos. He positioned it in a way where if he hits him and if he flashes pretty much anywhere, he's still going to get hit by it anyway. So just guaranteed dead. I mean, he's going to have TP. He already loses some minions. The fact that he didn't have to flash is good for him. But
Yeah, Roosevelt just kind of won 4 lanes.
yeah,
If you count jungles in lane.
I don't. But yeah.
Yeah, I think a big thing to look at is this Vi went on Wolves and then
Hello.
didn't realize the Intra could just be on Gromp and then just dies.
They would like to kill Radar now.
Yeah, Radar is going to pop this Meganar, though,
Yeah.
and just kind of continue the fight.
But he,
Big W land, so...
he might be aware.
Uh,
he is.
He's aware.
Yeah, I do not
like
think
he's
they can
taking back.
actually dive him.
No.
They
Period?
could dive him if he stayed.
Oh, Remy
There's
does
a-
still have Flash, so they could definitely.
Yeah, I mean, Flash
Hello.
Connect and
Flash from
W
Leswin.
or Flash IQ. He said.
that was
just dragging
that was
out,
Leswin's drag.
Oh.
No Flash.
I'm
He teleports to the claw.
He did
guys,
blink.
could you tell I don't play this?
Yeah.
Tell I don't play this.
CS play. Yeah, so Leswin does back here. Overall, it's a fine timer for him. He's up 10 CS with a lost chapter.
Oh.
Potato goes
Hello.
in for a big trade. Intra's behind
Hello.
him, but he gets rooted by the Nico. Nico gets pulled, lands
Way to back off there.
the arrows from Varus, but nothing else happens.
Definitely an overforce from Roosevelt. I mean, obviously it's easy to say in hindsight, but they were in a lane state where BU was completely zoned off the wave and couldn't get any XP. So if they were able to just sit there in the bush and not do anything, they were going to keep pushing their lead really hard.
I feel like if I'm Intra, I just want to stay off vision for as long as possible at this point, because the mere threat
Especially
of
if
you
you're-
being
yeah,
anywhere
the lanes are winning for sure.
is almost better than you being somewhere.
So now Roosevelt has a slow push, getting ready bot lane. Looks like Carlos is pathing back bot. They might be looking for a play or probably just Dragon if they crash
Oh,
this
no.
next wave.
Remy
My bad.
solo kills the Gnar.
My bad.
That's where the Flash advantage comes in, though. He does burn Flash to get it, and Dominus, so
Yeah.
that's everything down from Remy, and he definitely is not totally safe there with how strong Intra is in the next 5 minutes.
Jungle combat.
Hello.
Carlos definitely
Carlos
wins
just
this.
wins because he's playing
There's a Leswin
Zaheen. It's
coming.
Flash for Flash. Leswin's on his
Needs to
way.
block
He
this,
can.
okay.
Okay,
Nice.
yep. Leswin is the one who picks up the kill, and that is going to be a Raptors respawn into Carlos' pocket.
This one is the one who knocks, I fear.
Yeah, he still has his ultimate, so he's not actually in that much of a threat, even if you look at his HP bar. Still just playing for Prio in the bot lane. The wave is closer to even, though Roosevelt is still pushing out. Yeah, and this is just a dead
no.
Anivia.
Wow.
Solo killed.
This
Solo
time the
bolo from
Anivia
Leswin.
Q, I mean, it's a bit. It's very hard to hit that Anivia Q on the Lysandre E because you don't know when he's going to pop out. So realistically, you probably should have just flashed or respected a little bit harder. But yeah, basically solo kill.
Yeah, so Roosevelt's still pushing these leads in the lanes where they have them. That is a full Ninja Tabbies, or Plated Steel Caps, if you're not Unk, on Gnar. So he is he's pretty tanky in this lane. It's a
Pretty
plate
tanky.
as well. Throws out the Q, gets a little damage down, and walks away.
No bot lane. Both bot lanes backed. No dragon taken so far. I imagine Roosevelt is going to try and play for it pretty soon.
Yeah, Leswin's ult is halfway back, so there's still a while without that pretty big team fighty ability for Roosevelt. So
All things being even, Roosevelt's going to win just based on their item advantage. I mean, they're already up 2.5k at 7.5 minutes. It's pretty insane.
we talked about in game 2 how there was a point where Elvin Cyber had lost chapter while Leswin was on 2 books. It's kind of the opposite situation now, where Leswin has this lost chapter. As I talked, though, Radar is getting
He's got the steel
dove in,
caps.
and
He's dead.
he is dead completely.
I fear it didn't matter. Yeah, I mean, the lost chapter is true. It's not as big of a deal in this lane because they're not. Neither of these champions are really poke champions.
Ooh,
Comic kill.
So Flash for Flash, but Elvin Cyber does pick up the kill. And, yeah, a little bit of a skirmish for bot lane that it looks like BU comes out ahead of. And Roosevelt is falling behind a little bit from where they were.
They don't particularly scale. I mean, they can do well if they have a gold lead and they keep it, but this Varus isn't actually doing any damage, and the rest of their team isn't doing anything either. So
So it's
again, there's big snowball potential for either side this game.
3 grubs to BU. The Vi picks all 3 of them up. In exchange, Zahen did get the dragon a little bit earlier. So the beginning of the stacking for Roosevelt, they do like dragon stacking.
They like
So-
dragon stacking. It's good in this game. Everything's just kind of be a team fight. I would not value the grubs very highly this game,
Yeah.
especially for BU because they do not have a split pusher. Really, the only person that's going to want to be split pushing and hitting towers is the Gnar. The Renekton isn't going to get that much value out of it. Generally, he's going to hit the wave and run away, and the
Yep.
Anivia as well isn't really going to want to hit the towers. So definitely dragon I would value higher. Good for Roosevelt.
It is unfortunate that it cannot be Hex Tech for Roosevelt, though, because I feel like that would synergize pretty well with what they're putting together. So if I'm a homer, I would have liked it to be Hex Tech. but-
You are a homer. It's
Yeah.
okay.
I don't know. Hextech is very good with like poke comps where you can play range and siege and get slow, and they don't really have that. So I think it's not too bad that it's gone.
Yeah, Cloud would be pretty good for them.
Cloud would definitely be good. Very good team fight focused. Mountain probably would be, yeah, I would say Mountain or Cloud is going to be this.
So Carlos picks up a bunch of those Krugs on the respawn timer. He's been kind of feasting on that camp the entire game.
Yes.
In exchange, he's given up a couple of his, I think.
All of his camps are up as well, so he's he's losing a little bit of tempo, and he's going to be stuck in his jungle for a while.
Radar has been playing like a weak side game pretty aggressively, and
I like it.
It's gotten him killed a couple times, but
Roosevelt's been trying to freeze the
confidence.
spot lane for a while. BU's lost a couple of minions, but it's about to turn the other way, so they might get a chance to play very soon.
Leswin is at the point where he is getting traded heavy on. He does pick up the Malignants, so...
Uh-oh. They are all moving up.
One thing that's important here, if all the junglers show topside,
Elvin
it's really
Cyber
good for
is
Roosevelt bot lane.
Elvin Cyber is caught, but he's got
This
some
is a 3v3,
some backup.
technically. He's engaging
Ult
on...
down, but Vi buffers the ult very well. Intra is trying desperately to ramp up, but he can't, and that's 2 kills to BU, and Roosevelt's fallen behind.
Yeah, I mean, no Mega Gnar. They just are considerably weaker in the 3v3. It's just a stat battle.
BU's jungler also did really well there. Leswin popped Lissandra ult on him, and he totally buffered it with the Vi ult.
Did he?
So
Okay, yeah. Big deal.
overall, that was a pretty well-played fight from BU, and Roosevelt's come out worse for the wear.
Being said, like I said, skirmish top lane is really good news for Roosevelt in the bot lane because they don't have to worry about getting ganked. They can keep up this freeze. Enryu tried to block that Jin W from hitting the cannon. I don't actually think he was successful. I think it hit him and the cannon, so
well, one thing to look at what happened after the play, Carlos has picked up his Triforce.
Yep.
It's a pretty big spike for him. He's almost finished with his pet, so he's looking to invade and take away a camp. The Gromp does go Vi's favor, though, so he is going to have to go deep if he wants to take the Wolves.
Is my Jin building a Yuntal Wild Arrows? Surely not. Is there
That's
something
a
else that built out of this?
BF Scout? That's a Utils now.
I certainly hope not.
Crit Cloak, Scout.
I mean, it
Scout
definitely builds into
Slingshot
Yuntal. I don't know if it builds into anything else.
But I mean, he has a BF sword. Is it Storm Razor?
Oh, it is Storm Razor, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know any of these new items. Okay, well, that makes sense.
I barely know Storm Razor. It's a small miracle that I pulled that out of the
die here, I'm not gonna
small
lie.
part of my brain. Yeah, him going in there was a little rough. This Nivea does a ton of damage now.
Missed
She
you.
has the Roa completed and 3 stacks on the Darkseal. Still just kind of these even nothing trades in the bot lane. Roosevelt continuing to hold push in most lanes and backing off afterwards. The question is, does Roosevelt lose confidence from some of these plays going the other way? Or are they going to continue playing with the aggression that got them the 6 kills in the first place?
Vi pathing bots, Intra closer to mid. They might be looking for a play here. Generally, if you're going to look for a bot lane play, you want to Vi ult the Tom Kench because Kill Tavares is just going to get killed. But Roosevelt's applying a lot of pressure onto their bot lane.
The Jin's low enough that I feel like it can just get turned if they go.
Looks like
But
they're baiting here.
Intra's in
Oh,
here.
no.
Potato went really deep, has to flash out, but I mean, that's a ton of damage down on the Nico. That's a kill on the Jin, and Vi is in Narnia. And dies.
my
Wait, that's a...
God.
How did Nico die on the
To the
back?
Lissandra passive.
Wow, that
In
is
the back. He's getting running for his life.
beautiful play from Roosevelt.
Wow.
Leswin gets 2. And, yeah, that's just that's kind of a disaster from BU. That's like as worse as it can get.
That was about 3 like giga back and forth baits in about 1 second. I mean,
Potato did 6-pack them a little bit.
that was
and
ridiculous.
It worked
I mean,
out.
he knew his jungler was coming. He Tom Kench, Psycho, dived under the tower.
And then flashed away
and
from
then
the Nico.
Flashed away, barely survived, and then...
Cyber's just
Oh,
completely dead here. That was a flash to...
Less intro does.
A flash of hope is what I would call that one. The
Enryu's
Jin
gonna take a lot of
Enryu's
damage.
going to die. No, he's not.
Oh, got this egg.
And the egg does go down. Potato picks up the kill, his second of the game. He's looking for that. Is that Warmog?
That's carry potential right there. Tom Kench, 2-0.
Heartsteel.
Heartsteel. Okay. I have not built that item in maybe 5 years.
I It's interesting here. There's not a lot of melee champions for him to hit.
No, I
have a
mean, he
feeling
might
he's
pick
not
up
gonna be
some
able
on
to do much
Nico.
of it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's true. She doesn't know how it works. Might be bad. Full item advantage in top lane for Renekton, so he should be winning the trades, but Vadar's going to use his mega timing to...
Intra is showing
Get
up
the
as
wave.
well, so if Remy plays this a little too aggressively, he could just go
Kimar
ahead.
is almost dead. I don't think Renekton has E, though.
Renekton just got it back, and he is able to sneak away. The jungler of BU does show topside, which can be a little bit of relief for the bot lane here.
Same story as before. Skirmishing happening top lane means it's really good for Roosevelt bot lane.
Intra just gets some spells down. I don't think he's actually threatened here. There's no dominus on this Renekton, so...
Lesman dead.
Yeah,
It's all
Leswin
right.
does get solo killed. This could be bad for Intra now, actually. But
I think Renekton E, or someone's dash just got interrupted by Rift Herald.
yeah, I think Rift Herald saved his life.
That was nice. He's the homie.
Yeah, so...
Hello.
Yeah, this is a Rift Herald to Roosevelt University, even with mid lane dying. Overall, winning everywhere for Roosevelt still, but can they convert that to late game success?
Still no items, Jen.
So that is almost dead Intra.
Trying to make plays in this Anivia, but like I said, it's so powerful.
Probably
this
gonna
game.
die no matter
I
what.
think he should run away
Yeah.
for his life.
He's got a plan.
Leswin is
Leswin
100%
might-
dead here. No?
He does not have an ult. He's looking a little bit
Oh.
dead. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh my god.
Holy!
Hello, Leswin.
That's a messy.
In the vein of keeping things positive instead of negative, I'm going to say that Leswin played that really well. That is why he survived. So good job, Leswin.
He actually when he took the Rift Herald, he planned that, and he gets the solo
and then
kill.
he gets
okay.
the kill, bro.
Okay, so that was deserved and skillful.
That was awesome. I mean,
gosh.
most of this game is just about aura farming your opponent.
He
Just like-
actually got like plus
yeah, I
1,000
mean, they're getting
aura.
pissed off. Like, what's happening? I mean, honestly, if your jungler kind of does that and you're a Nivea, like, I think it's reasonable to run under the tower and die.
a little bit, a little.
Just send a message.
Be like, you're never doing that again.
Yeah, like, just don't come mid, please.
It's a pull onto the Nico. A little bit of a bait with the clone there.
He's baiting himself.
But I don't think it was
Oh,
correct.
no.
He has to pop ult. Intra is just killing this
Wow.
guy. It's
Alright.
a root down onto the Vi. He's he goes in,
Sunken still
but
has ult.
this Jin's
Sunken's got
dead.
the ult off. Yeah. Varus is saved.
Varus is still half health. That's a TP from
Intra
the
is somehow
Anivia.
not even below half
In the
HP.
meantime, Leswin just gets mid turret because of the Rift Herald crash. More poke down onto the Vi, so threatened forever. They're holding this wave. This wave, next wave is gonna crash.
I mean, yeah, they're just playing for this poke with
Is he
the
gonna go
Varus.
for it?
He just
Yeah.
has to, Q to stop the back.
Enria might be dead.
Carlos
Okay,
might be
Intra
dead.
Might be dead.
did just do that.
He
So,
tossed a little bit.
There was an idea, but
And now Potato might be dead as
It's
well.
600 gold to the Anivia, which can
Yeah.
be scary.
it is
Potato's
possible
dead.
that we did the thing.
Yeah.
And
a
that is
shutdown.
500 gold to Vi.
But on the okay, listen, 500 gold, whatever. You see, I have 40 on that Heartsteel. We said wasn't
Actually
going to get
true.
any value.
Actually true. What's that now? Is that like a 840 bonus HP instead of 800?
It's something
Yeah,
plus
it's-
40 for sure.
So,
Good
so
math.
Roosevelt made a good play at the start, but they stuck around for way too long. Intra took a couple unnecessary turret shots, and
There was an idea.
Roosevelt loses at the end.
You know, given enough time, they can just poke him under tower with the Varus, but there was respawn timers. There was some good spacing by Anivia. To be fair, during that entire interaction, Lesman was left alone in the mid lane.
Yeah,
and
he-
just got a free tower.
And plates on the tier 2 mid. He got I'm trying to lean in to actually see the screen. It looks like 3 plates on the tier 2.
Looks like it. So,
So,
he's pretty rich now.
yeah,
He upgraded his Seekers to a Zonias, which is a huge deal.
He's rich.
I
mean,
think
he's
Roosevelt
not.
is in a pretty good position in these fights at this point. There,
This-
Renekton?
This
1K
would
and
be
a half.
sole point for Roosevelt if they can pick up this dragon. The
Nice ult.
Renekton is stuck top. Vi is just
Vi should be one shot.
yeah. Vi is one shot. The Jin ult does absolutely nothing, and
Wow.
Roosevelt locks soul point.
I mean, Jesus.
And it's Cloud Soul. We talked about earlier that being a pretty great one for Roosevelt.
That's
to pick
movement
out.
speed, yeah? Or no?
It's movement
Alt.
speed, yeah.
And you get big move.
You just get passive move speed as well.
That's true.
Yeah, so Vi opted for plated steel caps this game, which is definitely good in the 2v2 top side, but it's going to make it almost impossible for her to play any of these fights when you've got this Lysandra ult plus Varus ult situation.
So that is a kill. 2 kills picked up for the Jhin bot lane.
What?
We missed that in favor of
Sorry?
Leswin autoing the turret.
My bad. I was looking at something else.
Leswin does get full tier 2 though. This guy is rich.
It's true.
He's up 15 CS. He's 5-3-4. He got 2 full turrets by himself. I mean, does he just back on another item? Like,
I doubt it. Probably a component. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it.
Get out of
No one on the map for Roosevelt.
Radar is probably
There's
dead
a
here.
guy coming.
Oh,
Really
good
nice
play,
play
good
from
play,
him.
good play. He gets out. Intra.
Nico.
Wait, Nico's
might honestly
just
be dead.
Nico had the.
Oh, no.
Nice.
Nico had it on.
If he can get the passive up, it's unlosable. Yep.
Yeah, he got passive up.
Wow.
Nar kind of walked up.
Oh, no.
That
Yeah,
looked
he
like
just
a
walks back
weird
in to get the
interaction.
heal. So. And that is Vi going down to Eli. And ult from Varus finds the Anivia, and Egg gets cooked
Popped.
into an omelet.
Wow.
So
He's
Radar
just getting
picks up 2
completely
kills.
outspaced. I mean, you
Yeah.
know, that was kind of a 50-50 fight, but they're just getting... Radar is just kind of playing with his food,
When you
baiting
have
them to
a-
engage and taking advantage when they do.
When you have a Zahen on the other team who has 2 items and full stack passive, I feel like I just want to run away as fast as possible.
It's there. I mean, again, it was like Vi saw an opportunity, thought Radar was walking up. If he could get the Q on the Gnar, it could have been a free kill. But I mean,
Basically on-spawn Baron for Roosevelt University off that play, and they are now up 5K, looking to extend that lead even further through the sieging of the 2 remaining Tier 2 towers of University at Buffalo.
yeah. So they shouldn't be trying to end with this Baron, but the plan is going to be get a lot of pressure in probably 2 lanes, maybe, and get full vision in enemy jungler. Maybe get a tower, but just get a lot of vision and pressure so you can secure Dragon Soul.
Raimi
in 2
avoids the
minutes.
pull, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. He pops the Dominus, gets knocked up, and stunned, and goes down. Intra picks up another kill, his 8th of the game. That is a technically 2v2 kill for Enryu on the top side. And Elvin Cyber is
Getting chased
on
down
the
by
wrong
Varus.
side of the lane.
Meanwhile, mid
Intra
lane.
and Radar are just walking down 2 people mid lane. You can't really get things going worse for BU, I don't
Carlos might
think.
get one shot.
Leswin pops it.
Carlos did not get one shot.
Intra gets another kill.
He tried.
Hey, that was good observing, guys. Can you give me props in chat, please?
Yeah, overall that was pretty good because there was like 8 things happening at once.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Thanks, guys.
Leswin gets his 3rd item, the Shadow
And
Flame.
As
and
he likes to do, he is smacking the tower.
There hasn't been a
Those
single team
popsicles.
fight that was more than like 3 people, basically.
No, yeah. Carlos thought his pet was going to hit for longer than it did and has to
Which
cancel his back.
Generally is quite good for Roosevelt. A lot of their champions rely on hitting something guaranteed CC and targeting CC and getting a pick and running away.
So that is the top lane and bottom lane tier 2s going down. This Baron being very successful for Roosevelt University. I think it's plus 5K already at this point, and they still got, what, like a minute?
Maybe.
Maybe a couple seconds. I have no idea.
Somewhere in the realm of 0 to 400 seconds.
Yeah, true. Yeah, so they're still just baroning up these waves, pushing them in. Elvin Cyber trying to hold this, but with the Baron buff, these minions just don't die to Anivia ult.
So the plan was push mid and bot, get vision in bot side, prep early for Dragon, which is coming up now in 18 seconds. So they have succeeded in that plan. BU is on the back foot trying to clear these waves while Roosevelt got a full reset off. They're positioning in the enemy jungler to give no chance for the Vi to steal the dragon, and it should be pretty much over at that point
So-
because, yeah.
Uh-oh.
BU has basically given Soul. This Vi, as Soul is spawning, was top lane getting a
Interesting
objective. So yeah, that's Nivea
Zach, what do
going
you got
down,
for me? Oh,
Nico
my
going
goodness.
down, and Roosevelt might not even care about this dragon. No, they do back off to.
They're definitely going to take the
Goku.
dragon at some point.
That's
but
a mature play.
they got a lot of time. They
this
can
guy.
hit the mid wave. They have full pressure, so they just need Carlos to solo it, and everybody else can just best defense is good offense.
Radar
Pressure
backs
these waves.
to match this Renekton. Renekton did get 2 full turrets,
Oh no.
but I don't think that helps.
Nope.
It's a big objective bounty on that tier 2, but
Who
honestly,
is here? What is going on over
Nope.
here?
Leswin is caught for a moment.
Nice flash.
Nice flash from Leswin. It forces the cleanse out of Jin. I now Kuso. And yeah,
All
they
in all,
continue this push with Soul now.
Not too bad. Losing Lissandra Flash is a big deal because it's very nice to be able to use it aggressively, but I think Leswin might have accidentally ulted the Vi instead of himself when he went in, so he had to pop a flash, but Jin no cleanse.
Intra Psycho play
Okay.
gets the kill onto Jin.
I mean, he
Pops
can't
ult.
die. He's got a Tom Kent
He's
ready to ult him
trying.
if he
He's
needs
trying to get ramped.
Even
He's
if he
almost
doesn't get his
there.
passive. He's got a
Yeah,
cloud solo.
he
yeah.
ramped. So
I don't think he's even gonna pop it. Okay, he's popping it.
yeah,
Pop it.
yeah, that's actually a good pop. He comes back at half
He's full
health.
HP. Leswin is in the
Einen
base.
Kuso is basically
Oh.
dead. Leswin is dead.
Got overstepped a bit.
Potato,
Just in there. He's having
yeah.
fun. All right.
Potato doing stuff. Nico
Wow,
is
Kent's
low.
Still
Maybe.
alive.
I mean, yeah, they have no damage. Is
Oh,
the thing.
Gnar goes in.
Mega Gnar
gets
goes
2.
in.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
no.
The
It's out of
Dominus
the
goes down. The
towers.
egg is going to be
Flash out.
scrambled.
It's
Oh
a
my
fast
goodness.
Varus.
Roosevelt, that's
That
a
is a
very
fast
fast Varus. He almost gets it. Intra does pick it up in the end. And this is a little bit of what in the LPL they'd call a ye-ball. They're going to end on this wave.
I like it.
For the first time in program history. Actually, I'm going to stop talking.
Yeah,
No, I'm not
they're
saying it.
over
Carlos is
fighting this a little
alive.
bit.
For the first time in
That's,
program history, we've died under fountain.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
actually not the first time, but
Yeah, no, that's
There have
happened
been
a
many
bunch of
times.
times.
Einen
Okay.
Kuso picks up another on Potato. I don't think it's enough, though. Henry is huge.
Oh, he kills him.
Nice flash, but I think he dies.
Oh!
Does he? Yeah, this guy's so fast with
For the
Cloud
first
Soul.
time, there we go again. We're going again.
For the first
For the
time
for the first time in program history,
Roosevelt
not
University.
only have Roosevelt University made top 32, not only have they won their first matchup, but they haven't even made it look remotely close with a commanding 3-0 best of 5 fearless victory in their first matchup of the national tournament. Roosevelt take a 3-0 against University at Buffalo and move on to the next round.
The round of
Top
24.
24.
Oh, yeah.
How are we feeling about that series, boys?
That was beautiful. I think Roosevelt had like 2 drafts that were either neutral or losing. One that they, I think, clearly won. But they also 3-0'd. So there was a...
We got there.
Yeah.
We made it the distance. It was there's some rocky moments, so but that's the beauty of League.
Radar with a sneaky 31k damage. Didn't expect him to have done that much.
He gets to hit a lot.
Yeah.
Problem is they just kind of heal up his damage, but especially towards the end, he was doing stuff.
Overall, beautiful game 3, 3-0,
Mm-hmm.
and a best of 5. And
We should be more happy than we are, but at the end of the day, that looked
That was
pretty
clean.
commanding. It
Yeah.
was quick and clean, honestly. Roosevelt showing why they probably should have been higher than 20th seed, but also just showing that we know what we want to do. We go in and we execute, even though not everything was perfect. We pulled all 3 games out, and when Fearless really got to the point where it was, the draft diff was coming in. That was our quickest game, I think.
That's
so
true,
do we have any other results like SCAD versus
I just asked. I don't know, but I'm going to try and see if we can start pulling up some other streams.
because I know that University GG or whatever just doesn't update who won and lost. So
Correct.
it's just kind of like you got to reach out to the community and see if they'll tell you anything.
And there are match reporting issues, so I would say that we're not going to see anything on the website.
Yeah.
But no, I don't have. I have ads on this.
Because tomorrow they play the loser of SCAD versus
Yeah.
Who else? It's
SCAD versus UCI, I think.
UCI. Yes, you're correct.
Converse and Maryville just started. It's game 1.
Okay, who's winning?
So Maryville is up 20 kills to 7. So that's Maryville.
It's
LOL
1
Reppy.
minute in. They're up 20 kills to 7.
Twitch.tv/LOL Reppy. Let's see if they are still live. They are not live, but that would be the Northwood UQAM game, and it's a POV. So they haven't streamed yet. Forehead. Twitch.tv/Ohio ST Esports. That's spectated, it should be. They're not live. Wow, I'm having so much fun. Oh, wait. Looks like it was Ohio State Scarlet versus Fisher, and Fisher 3-0'd.
Yeah. So we are in company with Fisher as having 3-0'd our first round opponents.
Correct. And it wasn't even particularly close.
I think most 3-0s are not very close.
Yep. So that's that. Let's see who else. Actually, I'm just going to, so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Browser.
Whoa. Do not pull up the notepad.
It's okay, guys. I don't have anything weird on my notepad, unlike some people on this platform. Whatever.
Resizing it.
Beep, 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 beep. Is it Alt? I'm just not smart enough for this. Let's see who else we can go to. So that was Ohio State. They lost. Let's look at St. Cloud. .tv/St. Cloud. Oh my God, this is so long. St. Cloud State Huskies. Twitch.tv/St. Cloud State Huskies. Jesus Christ.
We need a new marketing department.
Oh my God. They are live. And they're in between games.
Can we check VOD?
Checking. Videos?
VOD off, it's over.
Oh, wait, actually, it might be over already.
Okay.
Yeah, St.
Yeah.
Cloud State 3-0'd St. Clair.
Ooh, that is a tough matchup.
And that's a number 6 versus a number 11. That's not even really, like, that far off.
Is St. Cloud the one with Dardoch?
Yes.
Okay.
As you can see,
My dude.
That's a little
Johnny
bit
Rockets,
of a...
Mr. Dude, ZZ Zazazoo, and Nukes.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a deep lore rivalry with
Yeah.
our Roosevelt team.
Yeah.
People don't know people don't know the deep lore.
The Dardoch tweet.
Yeah.
Let's look at Washington State versus Kaiser.
Did we get mentioned?
No, Leswin.
Yes.
Yeah,
Technically.
I'm not gonna even bring it up on stream. Leswin got cooked.
Leswin got ratioed by Dardoch back in like 2021.
It was like 20 likes to 700. It was
Washington State. I would assume it's 3-0 because the streams are.
Was their stream titled WSU Among Us Sus?
No, WSU versus Kaiser University.
The other
Yeah, that
one
was a clip that I saw.
Yeah.
Wow, this game was close. Look at that. 28 to oh, I mean not really
Yeah,
actually.
8K
It's like
down,
8K
yeah.
gold, yeah.
It's fake.
Also, this
kills.
is Digital Vibrance up 5 million.
Yeah, this is like watching one of those hype like edits that they
Yeah.
post on Twitter.
So that'll be a 3-0. WSU is Gonzo. So Kaiser won that 3-0. Let's see what else. Magic. That's Waterloo versus NC State. That's 25 versus 24. This could be a banger. .tv/ Is that QC? I'm going to go GC on this one. Let's see if that works. Okay, no videos. Let's check QC. Oh, we're live.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, they're still going. This might be cinema.
2.6K followers. This guy's kind of crazy.
Guy's him. And we got an ad.
Support the stream.
Oh, I think I can. Can you guys see this?
Nope. No.
Oh my God.
Let the guy go.
Okay, hold on. Display capture.
It's like they're
Yo, it's
1-1
the
right now.
Victors coming into the tower room. The 3-0 champions. Good job. Beautiful plays. Beautiful plays, everybody.
Wait, this is display.
You're gonna turn on the webcam?
We're trying to find other people's streams. But
Okay,
it
you
seems
guys.
like
Well, I mean,
everyone
the
already won.
ad ended, right? Okay, cool. Don't know what the score is, but this is 24
It says
versus
1 to
25.
1 on the bottom.
Oh, it does? Thank you, Ruben. I would be nothing without you.
Wait,
That's true.
1-1.
Sigma still plays the game?
Hey, we're live. You're on mic. What the hell?
That's his.
Hot mic.
That's his name, bro.
He's playing. And he's a penguin with a mouse.
They let
I
penguins
used to
in
do
this league,
I used to do 1v1s. But
CLoL's
Wait,
correct.
lock in. There's comms.
But yeah,
There's
you
comms.
guys
Lock
feel
in, lock in,
better.
lock in.
Oh man, that's
That is
very
Scott
loud.
They're on the Drake, by the way.
Yo, can you turn down the stream volume, maybe?
We go Drake pit.
Play the smite, yeah.
Drake pit.
I root this guy. Just on Orn, and we can pick fight. You're careful, you're on Gab. Yep. We can look to pull though. We should look pull Baron. I'm looking on. Yeah, on my auto, on my auto, on my auto, on my auto. Oh,
Take that.
everyone.
That's so loud.
We Baron after, okay?
Nice,
Yep.
nice.
They'll still look to play to the smite it, okay? We need to find the Grays, but the fight should be winning, yeah. Keep Leona to zone. I'm not sure if he's behind though. No, he's bot, we're fine, okay. Try to reset instant. We reset and we take everything bot side after. Want to take this turret.
Yeah, defend bot.
Yeah, I'm running to it. Going there.
No pinks on this timer.
I have pings. I'm the support. Grace here. We should be able to play on this wave, but that is already fully pushed, okay? We have full timer to play just 2 waves.
I'm W.
We should sprint to bot, I think, and you guys go to bot with Gabriel Sigmund. Someone's showing top, so we should play and ride this wave ASAP. Careful, Orn, yeah. Just play bot, just play bot.
All here.
Don't play your camps, come here.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Grace bot,
Yeah,
careful.
we can fight.
Can we?
I have Syndra,
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do now is we're going to talk a little bit with some of the players that just finished their 3-0 game. Let me turn on a camera here, video capture device. Webcam, Bob. Oh my goodness, can you tilt it down towards yourself? You're on the camera.
Forehead.
And you guys are also live.
Hello.
What's going on, guys? How do you feel?
Always feels pretty good.
Yeah?
Be winning.
World's first Roosevelt top 32 and world's first top 24.
Exhilarating.
I'm so hyped.
Get through the first games.
League of Legends.
Sir. Carlos, if you guys want to, Eli and Carlos, if you want to share the mic, kind of just like hold it up. You can.
Are you sharing? Does it work?
A little bit closer, Carlos. Yeah, okay. Carlos, here, you can just sit.
I just like start hugging Eli.
Oh.
Carlos, you can like just kind of, I would say if you want to pull up Logan's chair, you can sit right next to me. We can share this mic. But yeah, Leswin and Eli,
Bro wants to be on camera.
how do you guys feel? How did you feel going into it? What did you expect? And how does the result compare with your expectation?
I think like we just kind of didn't know what to expect just because University of Buffalo, we were slated to face them in quarters of ECAC last semester, and then fortunately they had to FF because of scheduling, I think. So it was kind of like a question mark, but they beat Ball States against South too, so it was like, oh, I just kind of wonder who actually gets to, like, who's this roster that managed to get the win over Ball State.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of to be expected. I thought it was going to be a pretty easy 3-0 going into it. There wasn't really much to do for scouting-wise. It was just kind of look at what they'd play in their OP.GGs and go from there. I mean, it was kind of pretty standard. I think every draft that we did was standard, so it wasn't really anything special. I think game 2 their Mel pick was pretty good, and that was like the only time that I was like, oh, we actually kind of have to lock in for this, because if Mel has one good W, it gets really hard. But other than that, it was pretty simple. I mean, going into it, vibes were good. I think we kind of knew we were gonna win going into it as well, so I don't think anyone's surprised.
Seeding is seeding.
Yeah,
True.
they unfortunately drew a team that they probably shouldn't have drawn, but that's CLoL.
Who, Buffalo?
Yeah,
Where do you think Buffalo should have been?
I think Buffalo is in the right spot, but they should not have drawn us.
We are not in the right spot.
We are not in the right spot.
Bazabara.
But, I mean, that's part of the CLoL experience. I mean, nothing to be surprised there. It's unfortunate for them. It'll eventually be unfortunate for us because we'll be playing higher seeds than we should be playing.
Yep.
But I mean, at the end of the day, if the goal is to win it all, you have to beat every team. So
Exactly. Doesn't matter what the seed is. Have to beat everybody.
yep.
I mean, yeah, like regardless of the seed.
Give
regardless
him
of
the headset.
He's back.
And then move it close to your mouth, Carlos. There we go. You're good.
Yeah, so regardless of the seed, I think that's the main goal that we have as a team is to just try to prove to the committee that we belong at our seed. And I mean, the goal ultimately is to make sure that we have such a good standing that people are kind of regretting putting us at where we are right now. So, I mean, every single time I'm in game, I'm just there to prove that I can, and individually and as a team, just completely outplay the enemy team, just regardless of who we're facing against.
And you did bring up a good point, proving to the committee that we should be higher than where we are, and just overall proving to the committee that we're known now. One of the biggest things for Roosevelt is 3 of the 5 players are completely unknown to the overall grander CLoL community at the moment, with Leswin, Intra, and Potato having never really played in a champ playoff or partner conference playoff match in their collegiate careers. Of course, with Potato being a true freshman and the other 2 having just not played just due to circumstance at Roosevelt so far. So this does a lot of legwork, knowing that we technically aren't losing anybody next year. With next year we hit the ground running. Boom, they know who we are. They know what our seed was last year. They know that it didn't really go well for the other team, and maybe the committee thinks differently next year.
I mean, I think that this team in general has just a lot of potential, and we're only just getting started with team play. I mean, there's some things that we have to fine tune, but I'm pretty sure that I have confidence that myself included and my entire team is able to brush those off in order to become the actual power team that we can be.
Yes, sir. Leswin, you came here 2021 expecting a different experience. Do you think that where you sit in 2026 is similar to what you expected it to be in 2021?
Definitely not. I think when I came to the school, we had a bronze in the roster, or starting 5. We had a bronze, 2 golds, and it was like me and one other person who remained from RMU.
Mm-hmm.
And we eventually transitioned it to 2 years later we get to finally have like a master's average roster, and then a year later we have to transition things again because people having unfortunate circumstances outside of the rift,
Mm-hmm.
But no, I can't say I expected this. Like I said when I posted about it, but I used to think that it was like a dream to be top 32, right? There are people who play collegiate, and just because of circumstances at their university, they can never even think of it, or it's just not really an attainable goal. And from the beginning, John and I put in the work years ago, just trying to keep the team alive at the school, and so now to be top 32, and then bringing on Eli, bringing on the players that we have, it's just it's been a dream. And I'm so excited every single time that I can see we were invited to ECAC nationals. We were we could play the qualifier for NECC nationals. It's it's unfathomable. Especially knowing that I was basically just a Diamond 4 one trick when I started playing, and I think kind of stagnated for a while just because didn't really have people around me that I could grow alongside. But I think demonstrated this year and demonstrated moving forward that every single time I show up in one of these games in these high level Division 1 or nationals games, that there's a reason why I earned the spot to be here, and I'm glad to show that. And maybe my play today wasn't the best, but it was enough for us to win. And I think that I'm still excited for what I can show.
Yeah, I
Leswin
mean,
and Carlos, congratulations.
yes, thank you so much. I was just gonna add on to Leswin and say that Roosevelt as a team has been drastically. What's the word I'm looking for? Roosevelt as a team is like drastically like not given the recognition that I personally believe that we deserve. I think right now we just need to, like right now it's just we're putting that step forward and then making sure that we are prominent on the map moving forward.
Absolutely. Hopefully the community knows now, regardless of what happens tomorrow, which we'll get to in a second. But hopefully, regardless of what happens tomorrow, the community and the committee and everybody else in League of Legends knows who we are. And, we hit the ground running over the summer after our dream run is over this year, regardless of whether we win or lose. And we get an even higher seed. We play even better next year. Right? So, gentlemen, thank you very much. I'm going to let you guys go and prepare for tomorrow, however you would like to, whether that's with a scrim, with some Panda Express, with a nice cold soda, or some Culvers, or some Canes, or whatever you would like in the city. It's an okay day weather-wise. It's been like 70 degrees every other day except for today.
Mm-hmm.
Today's like 50 because they knew you guys were going to need to be inside. So, I'll let you guys go. Thank you for coming up. Thank you for sharing, and good stuff on the game today, man.
Yes, sir. Take it easy, folks.